he's just the guy you want out in front, whether he's doing local interviews here in South Florida or he's doing national interviews. He just you're not going to catch him. He's got a game plan. He makes it clear on fundamental things. He's aware of everything. Obviously, he's been educated. Got to be stupid to take this job and not know what's gone on the last 20-something years. But he's good, man. I tell you, I watched it last night and I went, you know what? I like this. We got a lot more from it, but yeah. Now listen, we'll see. There's still people, even after Jon-Eric Sullivan said that yesterday, and I'm the same way, man. I don't know. I'm made like this. Woody asked me yesterday. We're talking about this kind of has to do with conspiracy theories. And you hear something and you never, and I grew up like I had a hook in my mouth my whole life. I really did. I was a guy got hooked in on everything. You told me something. I grew up in a small town and yeah, okay. And that's the way. And I just kind of, and so, I hear Jon-Eric Sullivan say, hey man, De'Von Achane, we want to get a deal done with him. He is a priority. He's 24 years old. What's special about him? Hey, he can play first down, second down, third down. He's got a gear nobody else has. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. Listen, we've seen it. Oh my God. He's slowly becoming one of the great third round picks we've ever had in history. And hey, look at the two best players on this football team, Brooks on defense and Achane on offense last year. I hope we're able to keep both of them. I saw more on the Brooks thing, and hopefully we'll get general manager on either this week or next week, and we can ask him some of this stuff, more of this stuff about our team and some things going on. But listen, man, Mike and Sims did a good job of Chris did a good job of asking him a lot of questions that everybody wants, to kind of know about with this team. I know they're the owners' meetings, and it's so funny because people are owners, they're going to go over the rules and what's going on and what are they going to do next. And you had a pretty good idea of some of those topics that you'll be hearing about today and tomorrow, although today the coaches are going to talk. Yesterday was general manager day. But and we'll get into some of the NFL news as well here. But a lot of it was, hey, man, and the rebuild. Are we in a rebuild? Are we because people are putting out if we had a starting line. Yeah, if we put a starting lineup today out, we're the worst team in football. If you just look at the way it looks right now, we'd start 2 free agent receivers that we just got on the cheap. We signed a couple of real cheap tight ends. Yeah, our roster would not knock your socks off. I get it. And, we need to upgrade a whole bunch of positions. I totally agree. So, but he broke down everything, and we'll have more, like I said, Jon-Eric Sullivan talking about that. Salary cap, why do we do? Some of this stuff, man, is common sense now. He was asked the questions because you still have to ask them because you don't want to hear it from, and I get, you don't want to hear us say it. You want to hear it from the horse's mouth, the guy that actually did it and said, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. We're going to let you go. We're going to let you go. We're going to trade you, and we're going to eat it. I mean, man, we got more money in the cemetery than we have to play with right now for this team. You've seen it. You knew the situation. You had to pay off your debt. And that's Jon-Eric Sullivan decided to do it. We're going to be in great shape next year. He does believe. And if you do it the Green Bay way, Green Bay has been pushing draft. Even when free agency was super popular, Green Bay is still draft. And you can look at their roster, and we'll have more news too on the Green Bay Packers and a player Miami Dolphins might be looking at, looking to upgrade their team on the cheap with some guys that can come in and help them. And so we'll tell you about one wide receiver that the Miami Dolphins would definitely be taking a look at. There's no question about it. It's just a matter of what they may want for it. Hey, not to tease you a little bit with that, and Malik Willis news, we're going to get into that as well. Just and how important. So it's really interesting with the Malik Willis thing. I know a lot of you are going, we need competition everywhere. Like when I was a kid, there was competition. And I go, yeah, well, listen, when Malik Willis got that contract, we can talk. Been very honest about this. You can talk about when he got that contract for 2 years, even though it's not like he's the wealthiest quarterback in the league right now. But he got, for what he's done, he got paid a lot of money, what he's done so far in the league. He's a starting quarterback. Quinn Ewers, I know he talked, and he said, hey, we're going to have open competition no matter what you make and all that stuff. But somebody's got to line up first, and it's going to be Malik Willis. And, oh, by the way, he was real careful on how he said it because he didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But, yeah, Malik knew about Jalen Waddle. We did give him a heads up as a quarterback that Jalen Waddle was going to get traded. So he knew, he was aboard. We didn't ambush him. We by the way, just awareness for a GM on things you have to do. Look, we can do 100% my way or the highway, but that's not the way you do it. I don't know what it was like with Shoes. I couldn't answer that when Shoes getting ready to trade somebody if he felt he needed to tell the key guys or not. I don't know if he would do that. It seems to me if it's Bob Greasy or Dan Marino, he'd tell him, hey, I got to get rid of this guy. I know you like him, but I get too much for him, and give him a heads up. And Bob and Danny would say whether they liked it or not, if they were aboard, but they would do it. I'm guessing, go along with it. But man, you look at this. So Malik Willis is a guy, but I just thought there were a lot of interesting things. Very careful how he talked about it. Very respectful to the cold weather problems, our teams. In the past, it didn't play well in the cold weather, didn't play well against good teams or sometimes bad teams in the cold weather. Didn't really matter. But he didn't take shots. He was like just very calculated in his comments, very careful not to take shots like we do because we have no class. But just to Chris did a crappy job. He can't say that. Can you imagine he said that? It'd be one thing. People expect that out of me now. But, boy, they said that, and he said it. Listen, man, the guy talked about being a GM and, being at these meetings with all the other GMs now. I mean, a lot of work's going to get done at this thing while he's there, and it's only a couple of days. Hell, they'll be coming home probably tomorrow. But, yeah. Anyway.
I really don't need to hear that whole cold weather thing anymore, though, man. That is so stupid.
Well, he's going to talk. He did talk about it.
Oh, I know. But, man, that's one I really hope we don't have to hear about anymore, right?
I thought he broke it down. And, listen, man, whoever said it yesterday, when the Dolphins had that really good offensive line and they went undefeated, they beat everybody everywhere. It didn't matter. Zonk ran the same as whether it was 200 degrees out or whether it was 20 below zero. Zonk was trying to run you over. So anyway.
It's not something you hear about a lot at the NFL level.
Well, we have around
college game, I get it. You got a lot of guys that are from that area. But the NFL team should have guys from all over the place.
Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of guys.
It shouldn't be like a shock to the whole team when they,
Not everybody grew up in Southern California, Arizona, or South Florida. You're right. There are guys that have grown up in very cold weather areas and seen snow and enjoyed it, played in it as kids. And mother had to tell them, put a jacket on. I don't care if the sun's out. It's freezing out. What are you doing? Anyway, hey, listen, man, we got a lot of stuff to get to here this morning. The Heat, man, boy, that double personality Miami Heat team. Anybody want to try to figure that out, how they lose to the worst team in the NBA, one of the 2 or 3 worst teams, for sure. And then last night, after having a lead, I mean, that game, by the way, was crazy. They're up by 15 in the third, 87-72. They're up. The next thing you know, there's about 3.5 minutes left, and they're down 4. Only to finish the game on a 16-2 finish. When was the last time they went on a 16-2 run to finish the game? And that's what they did last night. Tyler Hero, by the way, did it all last night, man. Remember I asked you about Tyler Hero yesterday? That guy yesterday, he had a couple huge threes.
Never surprising when he has a big game like that, though, right?
No, but
certainly capable of it.
It's just he's so good with his left hand. He can create his own shot. He really is. Like I see things he does, and I try to back out the
He's a
history of
very
Tyler
good
Hero.
player, man. You don't have to block it. Like, he's a very good player. He's an all-star.
He's
an excellent player.
He looked like a guy that's making $30 million. Last night, the way he go, all right, that was.
He's a very good scorer. Look, the problem is, Joe, is that this recipe of guys just hasn't worked. And, everyone could use it. It was a full fresh scenery, right?
I don't know. Last night,
but
Hawkes and Pella and all the rest of them were.
So what? You want to run it back now?
The
group again?
No. I'm just going by.
No, they do that to you. They've done it a few
night.
times this season. They've gone on these runs
by
and
the
they
way,
start playing good ball.
I don't want to run this back.
Okay.
This group plays hard. Like
beginning
last
of the
night.
season, then they just had that win streak, and they're like, "Oh man, starting to click again." And they do tease you a lot, but
it's
you can't get locked into that again, man.
So anyway, they last night Tyler had 30 points, including 12 in the fourth, and that's what really good players do. This is one of D Wade's things, is who closes for you. And last night, Tyler Hero had a big part of that. Jaime was in on it a little bit, a little Pella in there as well. So they had a little bit. Bama had a 23-16 last night. Larson had 20 points. Boston tomorrow. But, yeah, man, even last night, they had a couple big leads, and then it was gone. They're up 15. Look like they can blow it open, like I said, with just a few minutes left in the third. And then you're going, wow, 3.5 minutes left. Philly hits a shot. They're up 4, and you're going, oh, no. Now you got my attention to see how this thing's going to end. By the way, besides that, last night, Marlins, Chris Paddock had a couple of tough innings, got off to a great start in the first couple, and then a third and fourth inning he'd like to forget about. 8 earned runs, couple of home runs. One of them is a Miguel Vargas grand salami. Guy had 6 RBIs on the night. 6 RBI, excuse me. Anyway, we got a lot more stuff to get to here this morning, just getting started. A lot of news from the NFL, too, that it's kind of old school, and I think everybody's played it, but we'll come back and talk about it as flag football is about ready to explode, man. Flag football is about ready to explode, and, man, it's got some money behind it. We'll tell you all about that story coming up here in just a few minutes, but first, Atlantic Men's Clinic. Hey, man, this is where it gets awkward for guys listening right now. And, hey, man, I'm the president of the Atlantic Men's Club. Don't ever feel badly. I'm a full-blown EDer and low tier. So don't ever worry about being embarrassed about low T. First of all, every guy knows. I think every guy's educated that, low T is real. And it affects you, man. It just does. It affects you when you start gaining weight because you're not active. You're not active. You start getting where you're tired all the time. Your energy level goes way down. It's hard to push off the couch. When you do have time, you just feel comfortable. Eating the same amount of food, but, hey, nobody's burning calories. What's happening here, man? And then you notice ED kicks in, and that's the one guys don't like to talk about. Hey, listen, man, I was hiding it from the world, too. Couldn't hide it from my wife. She got to see. Uh-oh, honey, what's wrong? Well, I'll tell you what, you get ED in a bedroom, oh, my God, is it embarrassing, humiliating. It was rough, man. It really messed with me. It really messed with me mentally. I'll tell you what, when I went to Atlantic Men's Clinic, I had to tell him the whole thing. I thought I was going to fake him out with, I just got low T. You got ED? I go, yeah, maybe. Sometimes, all the time. Yeah, I got it. Hey, if your sex drive and energy level's not where it should be, and this happens to every guy out there, by the way, by the time you turn 50, half the men, 50% will have ED and low T. Combination package nobody wants to have, but it's coming, baby. But you can do something about it. Atlantic Men's Clinic works like you wouldn't believe. Hey, you go in there, you set up that first appointment, you meet with their professional staff, you get all that testing done, the PSA test, if medically advised, a test dose. Then you decide. You got to make a decision after they tell you, here's a program we'd like to put you on. You go, let's do it. It's gone. If you say, no, I think I'm going to pass, things continue the way they are for you. Man, set up that first appointment and go for it. Give it a shot. I'm telling you, within a week or two, I started noticing a big difference. Longer I was on the program, the better I felt. 7 locations in South Florida to serve you. Brand new one in Hollywood. I go to Plantation. They're all fantastic, first class, very professional, unbelievable people, and even better results. set up that first appointment. It's the most important one. 877-455-7300. Or visit AtlanticMen'sClinic.com for more information if you're still a little concerned. Atlantic Men's Clinic works, man.
The Heat continue to jostle for playoff
always do. We're in it together, and we know that. We can have the tough conversations. We can come out the other side of it. So it's I don't think you can overstate the importance of being aligned and having the same philosophical beliefs in how you want to build this thing with the GM and the head coach.
How do you differentiate when there is a disagreement, right? I mean, how does it usually go down? I mean, I know you haven't had a ton of experiences like that yet.
Sure. I think it's collaboration with boundaries and trust is probably the best way to say it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to knock on his door with a third and long call sheet on Saturday night. And I think at the end of the day, he's going to respect, when it comes to roster building and management, what we're doing on our side, but we're in it together. We will have conversations about everything. I will yield to him when it falls under his umbrella, if you will. And I know he'll do the same. But again, I just think the mutual respect, the professional respect and confidence that we have in one another allows us to move forward pretty easily.
All right, man. Boy, so good yesterday. Jon-Eric Sullivan, general manager of the Miami Dolphins, who may have more work than just about any general manager possible, considering he's just not getting ready for the draft, but he had to do a lot of flushing, man, a lot of off-season flushing, throwing a lot of money in the toilet, throwing it away, man, sent out to the cemetery where there's a lot of dead money right now, and making some decisions on some guys that, hey, man, in a perfect world, he probably would have kept. But the situation he stepped into was a big pile of you-know-what that nobody wants to step in. Remember that? You stepped in that and you walked in the house and you didn't even know it, and then everybody smells and everybody looks down at your foot and going, oh, my God, look at your shoe. Oh, my God, it's all over the house. That's what he walked into. And it was a big dog, I might add. It was a big pile. Hey, so anyway, that was Jon-Eric Sullivan talking about how things should run. Hey, man, appreciate you telling me who needs money and all that. Hey, we'll take care of it. Hey, man, I'm not going to ask you about your game plan. You know we've talked and you're good. And, hey, man, I got a lot of guys. We work full-time, spend a lot of money, scouting department, front office. Appreciate you letting us do our job and put your roster together off some of your recommendations of knowing what you're looking for. And not giving in to you on draft day because you like this guy, even though it was my third choice. It's your first. And I know you'll be happy even though we might not win because he might not be the right guy. And it's not my first choice. It's just been weird around here, some things, man, that been going on. Head scratchers. They knew what was going on. Chris even joked about it. Like, yeah, I give in to my coaches if they like somebody, and, even though we've been studying these guys for 2 full years, our coaches just got a chance to watch some film, and they really like this guy. They think this is the guy. So we'll be happy. Let's go with him. Guy doesn't work out. Well, it wasn't really my guy. It's the guy the coach wanted. I know, but you're the GM. Act like it. You're the principal. You're not the school teacher. Whew, man. See the problem when you see something that gets off to the right start and looks kind of, and again, we got a lot of work to do. They haven't even drafted a guy yet, which will happen. And that clock is running too, by the way. That's right around the corner here. Before you know it, it will be April 23rd, man. And we're going to be getting up that morning going, holy smokes, it's here. It's big business. It's on national TV. And we get to see what the Miami Dolphins can do in the first round. And then we're going to get a little bit of sleep. And, man, the next day they got 5 picks as of right now. Might be more. 5 picks. 1 second and 4 threes. Second day of the draft. Honey, don't make any plans Friday night. And if there are, make sure I got a TV around because that's going to be fun to watch and see what happens. But, yeah, these guys were pretty good explaining everything. Jon-Eric Sullivan, general manager, spoke yesterday. And Jeff Hafley, I believe, is going to be talking today, although a lot of those guys have already talked to him and got a pretty good idea. But toughness, player-led teams, accountability, going to try to win. I want you to hear his thoughts on how bad the team is, and are you going to try to win games, or is this about just getting more good picks next year It's a good question. People want to know. We're going to have a chance to win. You're going to try to win, all that kind of stuff. Jon-Eric Sullivan talked about some of that stuff. So we'll have that. We've got some other news too. So NFL news for just a second. No surprise. The league is already out there and throwing out the 18 games again. With hey, no, it's not urgent. It's not urgent, but man, we sure would like to go to 18 games, regular season games, and 2 preseason games. And so some of the things with it, and they're going, oh no, we think. I love when they just talk on behalf of players. Go, oh no, our players really, because they're going to make more money, which they are. They'll get, extra money for the game, and they want to do it. Here's some of the things that they want with it, Woody. I wanted to throw at you this morning. First of all, some of it I really like, and some personally I'm not crazy about, but we'll see on that 18th game, because they will make more money. But how's the old body? I mean, now we're not talking about a preseason game. I know guys are going to stay healthy because most of them don't play in the preseason games. 3 of them going to 2. Okay. Talking about a second bye week. Talking about at some point, what are we at? 9 international games this year. They want to go to 16. Every team is going to have an international game. It's just a matter of where you're going to be going. I see the 49ers are not very excited about going to Australia. I don't blame them. Takes like 2 full friggin' days to get there and get back. No, you might be wiped out for a month after that trip. But on top of that, Mexico City, some say there's a chance we could end up in Mexico City for a game. And then all the games over in Europe that everybody knows about. And now France is going to be a big part of it. Brazil, we're going to see Brazil. I know it's not in Europe, by the way. Anyway, and so all that stuff. And then here's another one I kind of like. Woody, how do you feel about this one? Super Bowl weekend will be on President's Day weekend, the game on Sunday, and have the day off Monday for President's. I think you were talking about that before. You like that thought of like,
yeah, I mean, either that or make it on a Saturday. So yes, I
can't be Super Bowl Saturday, bro.
There is nothing worse.
Tradition.
Now I know it's fun, and for us, we get to come in and break the game down the next day, but that feeling of like when the alarm clock hits early on Monday,
yeah.
I think for everyone, when you're burping up the food from
you break every rule you have, even if you're on a diet.
Yeah,
I think Thanksgiving and Super Bowl Sunday are the two you just go, F it.
I think I eat more on Super Bowl Sunday than I do on Thanksgiving because the food is better on Super Bowl Sunday.
Nah.
I mean, turkey, turkey's whatever,
man.
The stuff you're serving on Super Bowl Sunday, though, everyone goes all out now.
I know what you're saying, but not like Thanksgiving. I see my sister-in-law's the food they're bringing over.
It's also a big drinking day.
Everybody's making the best of it, and I see everybody bringing their A game. I got one sister-in-law bringing over those cream pumpkin pies.
Yeah,
I got my other.
It's healthier food though on Thanksgiving, though, right? It's like
what
turkey and.
You're trying really hard.
I know I am.
You're trying really hard.
I just think Super Bowl Sunday is the day. Like that's the day. First of all, you drink too, which certainly doesn't help.
Well, you don't think my family drinks a lot on Thanksgiving? Like everybody's going to work that? Yes, of course.
Big drinking day. But no, I mean, if there's anything to do to get the day off after, because
I wish just
you approach the day differently too, right? You don't have to be worried about this last Super Bowl, you could turn it off.
Yeah, but it's the hype of it's the 2 best teams. No matter what you say, it's the best. It's not the 2 best teams, but it's the best team in AFC and against the best team in the NFC. And you're thinking, okay, let's see if I think we all thought, let's see if New England can hang around. Was kind of everybody thought that. It was a nice story, though, man. They have nothing. They won 17 games. They won 4 the year before.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about it. I mean, the matchup is what it is, but
they got kicked around pretty good, though. I understand that.
Nonetheless, though, the game was still the build up to the game, and everyone was riled up about the halftime show. And
anyway, President's
you want to see what that is
before we do the breakdown of the scouting report of what your day's like, and you throwing in now all of a sudden Super Bowl Sunday's better than Thanksgiving.
I said it was for eating purposes.
For you. Just say for you.
All right.
I got a bunch of
my
good
personal
cooks.
opinion, yes.
A damn wife of mine can cook. My sister-in-law's unbelievable.
I just prefer the
Look at, I'm
spread
already
on
thinking
Thanksgiving
about it.
better.
Okay.
Thanksgiving. Super
Me
Bowl
too.
Sunday.
Thanks.
Super
Me
Bowl
too.
Sunday. I'm
sorry.
sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Pizza, wings.
Yeah, but hell, I do that half the Sundays now. I just had pizza and chicken wings on Sunday again.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
What for the tennis?
I don't know.
Did you bring it in for the tennis?
Oh, no, I did. I had it for all the
Miami Open championship party at your house.
All that stuff was going on. Yeah, but we did. We had the Miami Open champion that called for pizza and little good stuff going on there. Hey, Woody, we've got some other news as I teased before. The new professional flag football league for men and women. I am glad. By the way, I think it's great. I don't think it's very fun to watch on TV, and we're going to start getting more and more of it on TV. But and by the way, NFL Network's going to start carrying a lot of it too, from what I'm told. But I think it's great. I do. I think playing as a kid, flag football is what we started with. I don't know, 5th grade, 6th grade, whatever. Back in that little town in California. So an original flag football guy before he hit the world of tackle football. But I think it's great, man. I think a lot more kids can play. I think moms and dads will be happy. Kids that do love the game.
I don't think flag football is debatable until you get someone like Bo in here who thinks it's just going to ruin everything. But
no, Bo. He's.
I mean, they're never going to. As long as there's the demand that there is.
Bo grew up a little tough, though. I mean, he grew up.
No, I know, but Joe, look, if there was a demand issue for the NFL, if their ratings were struggling and their stadiums were empty, I could see why maybe this would be some sort of concern. But I mean, the product can't get any more popular.
Oh, I think this.
So it's not like they're going to have an issue. No matter what they throw, you throw college football in the mix, NBA, any other sport, you throw it into the NFL, they kill it.
Well,
they'll do the same thing for flag football, but it's nice to have young kids playing.
Yeah,
like my 9-year-old wants to play. Yeah, you play flag football.
So I just
go run around out there and learn the game.
I just think right now it's good. The NFL, when they got in the Olympics, it was a home run for the NFL. The NFL was the biggest winner that day for men and women and the flag football and everything. Again, I don't think it's great for TV watching, for viewing, but I'm happy to see it out. And I know Jason Jenkins had this vision. God bless Jason. Was a big. Sat down one time, had a meeting, and I liked it. Like, we got to get all the schools are playing it. A lot of schools don't play tackle football. We got to get flag football for boys and girls. He would be really pumped up to see the explosion. But the other part of this is, guess who's going to be a big partner in this thing? We're going to have that for you. You're going to be a little surprised, Woody, who the big partner is going to be when we come back. But first, got to tell you about your South Florida Chevy dealers. It is Chevy Truck Month, and we're about ready to wrap it up, man. Never want to wrap it up when it comes to your trucks like a Silverado or Colorado. Man, they make trucks that are absolutely perfect for your lifestyle. Some of you just like to drive a truck. You don't care. Not that you do a lot of work out of it, but when you do, you like to have that nice bed in the back there to take whatever you want. If you're looking for a heavy-duty truck, one of those trucks that works like you do, I know there's some guys out there that work 7 days a week. I see them going around. That's how you make a living. You're your own boss, and you built it up, but you got to work a lot. That's what you do. And you need a truck as durable as you are. The Chevy Silverado's got the perfect heavy-duty truck for you. Dependability always comes standard when you talk about Silverado and Colorado trucks. Hey, man, I'm just telling you, whatever kind of truck you're looking for power, to get it around, a family truck with that extra space for the kids, man, they got them all for you. Even for all the toys on the weekend. Yeah, I know you got a couple of wave runners, got that nice fishing boat. Head out to the Everglades, do a little bass fishing. Hey, man, we got every kind of truck you could ever want that works and plays as hard as you do. Hey, if you're starting to think about a new truck, man, they got great deals going on at your South Florida Chevy deals. We've got a truck absolutely perfect for you. It's waiting for you to test drive. Fall in love. Get a great deal. It's Chevy Truck Month for your South Florida Chevy dealers right now.
Let's go. Turn me up.
you and Jeff like, all right, let's sign Malik now? Like, how quickly did you come to that determination?
You know what? I mean, I'd be lying if I said we hadn't talked about it along the way.
Yeah.
Both of us are huge fans of the person, Malik Willis. Phenomenal guy, very even keel.
Yeah.
Thought he could handle the ups and the downs. And then obviously the skill set. We feel like he's an ascending player, extremely athletic, got an elite arm, can attack all three levels of the field.
Totally.
And he's the right kind of guy. He's the right kind of teammate. So quite frankly, it was a fairly easy decision. We didn't know if we'd be able to get him or not. Obviously, you're competing with other teams. It worked out. We're excited to have him. Malik knows he's got to come in and compete. We're in a situation in Miami. Nothing's going to be given to anybody. I don't care what your salary is. I don't care what you – now, look, somebody's got to run out with the first team day one.
Yeah,
Malik's going to be that guy.
Yeah, right.
And I would be lying if I said otherwise. The expectations for Malik are high. From Half and I and everybody else. But at the end of the day, just really excited to get him into place. I think he's going to be a great asset to our team.
All right. He also goes on to kind of read between the lines that, before we traded Jalen Waddle, we gave Malik Willis a little heads up, for the situation. And that, he was going to know his number one guy wasn't going to be here. And we're going to get some more guys and all of those things. I just want to say this at 6:47 in the morning. Listening, and again, I'm looking ahead. It is very refreshing to have a general manager that has a game plan. By the way, even if I don't like everything they're doing or you don't like at least the guy's got a friggin' game plan. He knows what he wants it to look like. He's pretty much telling you everything he can without giving away the secret sauce, obviously, for the draft, and doing it the right way, not coming across as a know-it-all or not coming across taking shots at, by the way, very classy, obviously, and he understands, like all of us, it was bad before. Things are getting worse, not better, worse. So he pretty much hit all of that stuff yesterday, but talks about the Green Bay way, the guys that were here ahead of him at Green Bay that kind of opened up everything for him. I just thought there was a lot of really good stuff. Hey, man, I know it's going to be a roller coaster. Some of you have expectations for more wins than we're probably going to have, and if you do, and you're going to start, you'll go after him first or the coach first. It's just not going to happen this year. Just not. Not saying you can't be competitive in some games and win some, but like Bo and Woody have now thrown out 7 wins, and I went, wow, really? 7 wins? Okay. 7 wins will feel like 12 wins when you have a really good season. And somehow we win 7 wins. That's how I'm looking.
Got to have some blind optimism with this
that's
new regime, right?
Hey, man.
I'm hoping these guys know what the hell they're doing.
For the first time in a long time, we didn't get rid of one guy or another guy or the wrong guy or the guy in football operations or the GM or the head coach, but the other guy stayed, and you're scratching your head like, how are these two are gone, but the other guy gets to stay? How's that? And I mean, we've done some stuff that is head scratching, and finally we got GM was clearly in charge, and everything was done from the start the right way. Hire the GM, then the head coach. You're allowed to clean house. We need some new eyeballs in here, a new heart, new everything. Some new families coming to town to get this thing started up. Hey, man, it's a cold business. It is. If you think you're going to work for a professional team and you're going to have a 40-year career, matter of fact, jobs don't even last. That was my dad. I worked for PG&E my whole life, and so did your uncles and everybody like, hey, Dad, those days are done, man. Ain't nobody working anywhere 40 years anymore. But especially sports. You get 8, 9, 10 years in the same organization, any part of it, player, front office, equipment manager. I mean, it's a hell of a career. Hey, Joe, nothing against you out there, brother. I know you've got a lot of years in there as equipment manager. You and your guys are damn good at what you do. But for the key positions, things go bad. You know how this works. The three guys that got canned in the first round, everybody's list: GM, head coach, and quarterback. And they're all kind of, in certain ways, kind of connected. So anyway, that was, I really like Jon-Eric Sullivan. I do. And I know there's people going to call me every time something goes wrong. Like, yeah, now how do you like John? Hey, man, I know what this is going to be like.
Maybe things will go right, Joe.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Maybe it'll be better than you expect.
Well,
and again,
what's that mean when you say that?
Probably
like,
won't.
You're throwing out generic shit at me. What do you mean? What are you saying, bro?
You're not supposed to curse in here anymore.
So my thing is look at, man, he can hit, but we got a lot of catching up to do. We have an amazing record amount of dead money that you can't get back, and it just pulls you down from things happening as fast as you want. Now, after this year, you hit on your draft picks, a couple of guys work out from last year's draft, the quarterback looks good, you feel good about him, and now you got free agent money, you got a new draft. Yeah, then that's the goal. That should be the goal real quickly right there. Hey, man, you got to put enough around Malik Willis so he's got a chance to have success. Everybody, listen, I'm not saying anything that everybody else doesn't already know. It's common sense. And keep working on that offensive line. Let's get them a really good offensive line. We got a couple real nice pieces. Let's add some more that fit right in there and solidify this thing once and for all. Whew, man, that's a lot of stuff. Hey, so this professional flag football league, Tiger Woods. I didn't know what TMRW was. Did you know what that is? I see it sometimes. Tiger and Rory and another guy, it's their company. So they're going to be involved as partners with the NFL, and then they've got a list for the new professional flag football league for men and women. Yeah, man, I'm not talking about kids, and obviously it's going to lead a lot more kids wanting to play private schools and public schools and at a younger age. Like when I was a kid, that's what they did. They put a flag on you. First thing I remember in elementary school, when we're playing all those sports in this little town I grew up in, is they put flags on us. Like, what's this, man? So, yeah. And I see they got a who's who of athletes that are investors in this thing. So a lot of people think 20 million, I think they said 20 million kids around the world are playing, and it's going to explode. There's going to be a lot more people playing, a lot more kids, a lot more grown-ups playing. And it's good for it. At the end of the day, it's really good for the NFL. Gets more people that will buy in on the concept and play and watch and view. It's going to be good for business. And it's in the Olympics, man. The Olympics, for me, changed everything for flag football. It really did. And then this past week, flag football guys beat actual NFL players in the game. Beat them up in that game. Well, I mean, beat up, won the game. Nobody beat anybody up in flag football, but they won. These guys thought because they were really good NFL players or just out of the game, Odell Beckham. I think Odell Beckham would be better at that game. He made more plays in that game than he did in the Miami Dolphin uniform the whole time he was here, except for in warmups. But, yeah, these guys, whoever they were picking Joe Burrow off and running it back. They're flag footballers, man. They know how to play flag football. I didn't know there was that big a difference. Apparently there is. Hey, 7 o'clock hour is coming up, man. A lot more stuff going on. We'll get you caught up on all the news from the NFL owners meetings. We'll have more from Jon-Eric Sullivan. The more I hear him, the more I really, really like him, man. I was just ready for a change anyway. Hey, we've got news with the Heat. Did not let one get away last night. Finished strong. Who was that group? Well, I'll tell you what, those guys got two personalities, man. There's no question about that. Hey, I want to take a second this morning. We've been talking about mental health so much and people going in a funk and just can't get out of it and getting addiction and start drinking and can't slow down and drugs and everything else, man. I just want to let you know if you're ready and you've had enough, you're off the road, and this time you need some help. boy, I'll tell you, if your mental health needs really a comeback season, Recovery Unplugged Behavioral Health is here to help you with a beautiful mental health residential program right here in Fort Lauderdale. I got to tell you, the doctors are fantastic. They're going to do great work. They've been through it themselves. They know what it's like, and they want to help you. They've helped over 20,000 people nationwide with expert care, music-based healing, innovative treatments like ketamine therapy for depression, anxiety, and trauma. Make this the year you put yourself first. Listen, it's okay, man. It's okay. Whether it's through a divorce or lose your job, get dumped. Hey, man, all this stuff is part of life. It's how you recover from it. And if you're having trouble, call 954-737-4508 or visit recoveryunplugged.com. New year, new you, Recovery Unplugged, heal out loud.
WQA. NBA champion Miami Heat, Miami Hurricanes basketball. And now, the new home of the two-time World Series winner, Miami Marlins.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less than your price. Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia, DoralKia.com. Starting with the Heat, who beat the Sixers 119-109 behind 30 points from Tyler Hero. Next up, the Heat will host the Celtics tomorrow night. Over to the Panthers, who will welcome in the Senators tonight. The puck drops at 7 from Amarant Bank Arena. The game can be heard on 104.3 FM. And the baseball, the Marlins fell to the White Sox 9-4. Game 2 of the 3-game series is tonight with the first pitch at 6:40 from Lone Depot Park. That game can be heard on 560 AM. And tonight, the Hurricanes will host Florida Gulf Coast. Their first pitch is at 6 from Mark Light. Joe, go back to you.
Thanks, Woody. By the way, if we have a sports psychologist out there, please call us. I'm trying to figure out the two personalities of this Miami Heat team. The one that just is coming off one of the most embarrassing losses in the NBA this season. Definitely for the Heat, losing the way they did to the Pacers, especially in the fourth quarter. Well, not to mention 79 points they gave up in the first half for a team that lost like 18 of 19 games. They come home, short night, back-to-back game, 76ers sitting here waiting, rested up, and game was all over the place, by the way. I mean, my God, they were up 15 in the third, about 3.5 minutes left in the fourth, and they're down 4 points, and then they go on a 16-2 run to finish the game. Really strong game, strong finish, aggressive. Just never, no matter what was happening, going up, going down, just hustle, the effort. Tyler Hero had one of his best games for me, just the way he played, especially with 12 in the fourth, including a couple of three-point shots that he made. Bam, 23 and 16. Larson also in the starting lineup had 20. But it's just the way they played and got to the basket a lot. Didn't shoot threes very well, but it really didn't matter last night because had a ton of points going inside the paint there, going to the basket, got a lot of offensive rebounds. It was against a very good 76ers team that's at full speed again. Their 3 veterans are all back. And it's amazing from less than 24 hours the way they play the next day. Just try to figure that one out. Effort, everything. But really played one of their best games. I heard Jaime Jaquez said, hey, might have been our best game of the year. Yeah, coming off maybe your worst game of the year. That's and a team that lost a lot of games recently. A lot. After a nice winning streak. Whew, man, try to figure that team out. Good luck. Good luck trying to figure that one out. 119-109 win and finish strong the way they did. 16-2 run to finish the game and end up winning by 10 in that game. By the way, not a lot of time to rest. Boston coming off a loss last night to Atlanta in Atlanta will be in town tomorrow to take on the Heat. Should be a hell of a game. We gave away a bunch of tickets yesterday, so hopefully you'll enjoy those and get a chance to go watch one of the best stories in the NBA, the Boston Celtics. And whatever you thought it was going to look like, got rid of a couple of guys. Their best player blows out his Achilles, and he's back. And Jaylen Brown is, one of the 4 best players in basketball right now. Is that fair to say, Woody? Jaylen Brown's one of the best 4 players that he's one of the 4 guys gets mentioned in the MVP conversation for what he's done with this team.
4 is tough, but yeah, he's playing. I mean, certainly top 10.
Yeah. He's up there with a guy in Denver, guy in San Antonio, and a guy at OKC. That's real. And I guess a guy in LA. You got to talk about Luka as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's leading the league in scoring, but
LeBron's had a triple double. How about that?
Yeah, LeBron,
50 years old.
LeBron's
triple doubles.
LeBron's still good. I don't know why you brought that up with the other guys, but
you brought up Luka.
Well, I brought up
the
Luka.
best players. I'm
MVPs right now. LeBron's not up for any kind of MVP.
No.
Okay.
Lifetime Achievement Award.
Oh, okay.
Not MVP.
You threw that one in. All right. Okay. All right. And I'm dying to see what the NFL is going to think of this 18 games. Now they're going, hey, man, it's not right now. It's not right now. But, man, we sure would like to get to 18 games. They got the owners openly talking about it. And, yeah, you know, and we got a plan now, and they're throwing it out, the extra bye week. And we think our players want to play 18 regular season games because there's going to be more money for them. And that's going to be an interesting one because of they will make more money, but the injuries, man, everybody's so banged up by the time you get late in the season. But I do like the other thing is moving the Super Bowl back to President's Day weekend. Super Bowl on a Sunday, President's Day on a Monday. I like that. Having the day off after that crazy game. We probably work anyway. But, yeah, really enjoy it. You could treat that bad boy like Thanksgiving, man. Stay up and enjoy yourself and the whole deal. Also, 16 international games. The commissioner made that clear. That is going to happen. That's not up for debate. Everybody's going to be, every year, going to be playing an international game somewhere. And so that's they're going to be all over. He talked about all the new markets and, of course, going back to Mexico City where they've had games. That's kind of been the 49ers home game. And now opening a lot of different markets that he believes want the National Football League. So that's just some of the news, and we'll see how that plays out. It's going to be more. It is going to be more money, that extra game and everything else, along with the new professional flag football league. I never thought I would be talking. I see the girls. By the way, it's flag football has exploded for the girls in high school. It's everywhere. South Florida's really jumped on it, and it's great. I think it's fantastic that we have it. I'm just wondering, a new professional flag football league. I guess if you're in it and you're playing it, it's hard to watch on TV. It's not an easy watch on TV. And the rules are a little different. I mean, everybody had different rules playing flag football when we were all growing up. And, you know, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3. It's a 3 Mississippi game. I know we somehow, growing up in Northern California, we called it the 3 Mississippi game. You had to wait for 3 Mississippis before the guy could rush you and pull your flag. And so, you know, and guys would guard so you couldn't get their flag. The guy'd swing his arm so you couldn't pull the flag. And what was that called? Flag guarding or something. It was
flag guarding. That's
flag guarding.
That's a flag in itself.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
But anyway,
look, dude, there's no demand for football outside of the NFL and college football anyway. I think these other leagues have proven that, haven't they?
Well, there's going to be a lot of money. I saw.
But how many failed off-season leagues have we had?
The investment of
those had plenty of money too.
Flag football.
And all went belly up, right?
Yeah.
There's no demand for football outside of the two leagues. The NFL and the college football. There's just no demand for off-season football.
They have tried. They've tried with these leagues in the off-season with tackle football.
That's generally with every sport, though.
I heard this
right?
one. I heard this one the other day. Yeah, you're
the
right.
The NBA's tried, or not the NBA, but the basketball has tried. Remember they had that 3-on-3 thing for a while there?
Still have it.
Oh.
3-on-3 is not dead.
Okay. Thought they're only playing that at the JCC.
Former NBA guys are eligible to play.
But that thing obviously never caught on the way that they had hoped, I guess.
I don't think it does that poorly. I watch it sometimes.
But you get what I'm saying. There's just not a lot of demand for any of this stuff outside of the top leagues.
Out of the off season,
because you don't get attached the same way. You don't know the players.
They have the 4-point field goal. You saw the guy kick. They showed it 100 times. Guy kicked the 60-yard field goal.
And what, the off-season league?
Yeah.
The XFL? Yeah, we went over all those crazy-ass rules.
And he got
a lot of them I liked, actually.
Got the 4-pointer there going.
That's fun, the 4-pointer.
Anyway, hey, Woody,
problem is all the guys in the NFL can make the 4-pointer easily.
That's true.
So
that's a good point. We're looking at 70 if
too
they
many
don't change
4-pointers. Yeah.
If they don't change these footballs around, we're gonna have we're gonna start seeing 66, 67, 68 are gonna be. We're gonna see one a week, if not more, in the league. Jon-Eric Sullivan spoke yesterday at the owners' meetings. It was a day for general managers. I saw Jeff Hafley was out there with them as well, and talking about his team and some of the things that he has going on right now. And they made it clear De'Von Achane is they want to get a deal done, and he's a priority. They want him here. They are not picking the phone up on De'Von Achane. Now, I see right after he said that, there's still people think, that's the general manager working to get a better deal, to even get a higher draft pick for De'Von Achane. Hey, the other news besides that is a lot of talk about Green Bay's fourth wide receiver, Dontavian Wicks. He's a fourth wide receiver. I think this is his fourth year coming up. 30 catches, 332 yards, couple of touchdowns. He got a whole bunch of teams interested, including they're saying the Miami Dolphins would like to get their fourth wide receiver. They got really good receivers across the board, and Dontavian Wicks is going to be looking for a new contract here pretty soon. They might have value. And again, 24 years old, fourth year, 6'1", pretty good sized guy, 206-pound wide receiver. So we'll find out if the Dolphins jump in on that. Speaking of all the other things around the NFL draft coming up, April 23rd, man, less than a month away, and it will definitely be Jon-Eric Sullivan's big day to see what he's going to do. We're going to have a lot more coming up here because Kyle Krabs is going to join us. Locked on Fins, and NFL analyst for A to Z Sports. He's got a mock draft out, and we'll talk to him about some of the players that he likes. I'm not crazy about his order. I just want to he's got them all covered now. He's got all the holes covered, especially in the first 5 or 6 picks. But he's looking at some different positions, and I don't know, man. That wide receiver, making sure we got Malik Willis taken care of, protection-wise and some weapons, is really high on my priority list right now. We're going to go to break here. We've got a lot more stuff to get to here this morning. Marlins get their first loss of the season against the White Sox. Rough outing for Chris Paddock. Not the start he was looking for. We'll have more on that. We got more from Jon-Eric Sullivan, the general manager of the Miami Dolphins, who spoke yesterday. Been a while. A lot of stuff everybody was wondering about, and we'll get into it, of course, a lot more with Kyle Krabs coming up here at 8 o'clock this morning. Right now, I want to talk about Loctite impact windows, doors, and roofing. Boy, I'll tell you what, they do it all. I've known Chev now for a while. Impact windows are hurricane category 5 rated. They withstand 140-mile-per-hour winds. Loctite impact windows, doors, and roofing provides 100% financing, 0 down. Loctite impact windows, doors, and roofing, no interest, no payments for 1 year. Hey, man, we want you to get it done. If money is holding you back, Loctite says, no. We're going to take care of you. Loctite does it all for you, too. They cover all of South Florida. Loctite Impact takes care of all the permits and HOA approval, so you don't have to worry about that. It really is. It's a true turnkey service. You just sign off on it, and they go to work. Loctite Impact is a licensed and insured contractor ready to make sure you have a great experience. Of course, obviously proud sponsors of the Miami Dolphins, and they want to let you know that they are ready to make sure you have a great experience. Protect your home with Loctite Impact windows, doors, and roofing. Don't wait for the next storm, man. Visit LoctiteImpact.com. Again, LoctiteImpact.com, or call 954-500-LOCK. Chev and the gang over at Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing, ready to take good care of you.
WQ
a.m. on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
This report is brought to you by the Casino at Dania Beach, where the fun never stops.
Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia or at DoralKia.com.
All right, welcome back. Good morning to everybody out there. Hope you're having a nice day. Hopefully get a dry one. Woody, what's the weather look like today, by the way? Have you checked on that yet?
You caught me off guard here,
right,
Joe, with the weather, but I can get it for you.
You off guard. That looks all right. Looks okay.
Looks
Just
okay.
Looking out the window.
All right, well, this weather report is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate. And you say it looks fine?
Yeah.
We taking your word for it.
You know what? We might have to get you here earlier in the morning, get ready for the weather. Get the weather report.
You want me to get my radar? It says 73-degree chance of rain is 8%.
That's good.
There you go.
Get that tennis game in. It's been a while. Man, I got to tell you, I didn't do anything yesterday. Every time I go to walk, the last 2 days, I got caught in rain. So finally, and I almost mall walked. I should have mall walked with the old people yesterday at Sawgrass. That should have been it. The wall walk over at Sawgrass, mall walking is very popular. Very popular. So Kyle Crabb's going to join us coming up, 7-round mock draft with him. And we'll talk to him about all this Dolphin news. As tell you what, I can't say it enough. Jon-Eric Sullivan, besides the Heat having a nice comeback last night during the last few minutes, just dominated the last 3 minutes of the game to pull away from 76ers in their win. Didn't see that one coming, by the way they've been playing. Just hearing Jon-Eric Sullivan, just like, okay. I'm going to be patient. I know I don't have to be patient a long time, but I just like what he's saying, man. He's trying to explain everything, and everybody asking him questions like, well, why are you getting rid of all this money now? Hey, man, we got to clean it up. It's a mess. And we decided to do it now, and we got a bunch of cheap free agents that want to show people they can play and get a new contract down the road, and I mean, all the things that we've been talking about, man, and believing in Malik Willis, that he's not just a patch job, Band-Aid quarterback, that he's got a chance to be the guy with all this athletic ability. And I'm just guessing Jon-Eric Sullivan knows we got to get Malik a better offensive line. We still got to add some more pieces to it through the draft. And second of all, we got to get more weapons for him to throw to. So I'm guessing that's high on the list of things to take care of with all those draft picks, especially on Thursday and Friday when the draft, April 23rd and 24th, is the first and second round of the draft. But he said, hey, man, love what he had to say. Loved all the stuff. And talking about De'Von Achane, accountability, toughness of the team, learning without hurting anybody's feelings, about winning in cold weather, and our record, and everybody knows. And they got the temperature down. Was it below 40? We're bad. Hey, man, honestly, we've been bad in all kinds of weather, so it really didn't matter what the 40%, man. But he's not taking shots, man. It's straight ahead and what he wants to build, and Jeff Hafley and his role together, and yet at the same time, I don't call plays, and he doesn't pick players. So I just the message across the board was refreshing to hear. And honestly, Jon-Eric Sullivan's already talked more than we're used to hearing from a general manager. See that? I said that with class. Didn't hurt anybody's feelings. Just he's getting out there, and listen, you have to. When you're making all these moves, people are, hey, what's going on? What's this guy doing? What's the game plan? So he's out there, at owners' meeting and talking to the national media and Pro Football Talk was out there. Mike and Chris Sims were out there for that. We'll have him on Friday. We'll talk to Mike about it's only a couple of days. These owners' meetings only going to go a few days. And today, I think, as head coaches, and I think all those guys are heading back tonight, if I'm not mistaken. They'll be flying back to South Florida, getting back for all this stuff. Not a good one for Marlins after the 3-game sweep against Colorado. The White Sox last night jumped on them. Chris Paddock got off to a nice start. Their fourth starting pitcher in the rotation, but a rough third and fourth inning, gives up 8 runs, including a grand slam to Miguel Vargas. Cuban player, had 6 RBI on the night for him. So big night for him and a bad night for the Marlins trying to catch up. But they got 2 more games. If you're going out there, we'll tell you more about that. But today and tomorrow before they take off and leave. And for the Miami Heat, they got today off. And then Boston is in town tomorrow, coming off a loss last night to Atlanta. And so the Boston Celtics, one of the 2 or 3 best teams in the East right now, with a nice story, man, what they've been able to do with being shorthanded, got rid of a lot of payroll in the offseason, but it has not been a rebuild for them, man. Now with 50 wins on the season, that's been a really, really nice story for them. And then on top of everything else that we've been talking about, we've got the Tiger story that doesn't go away. And you know what? Everybody wants to hear from the ex-wife, you know, his 2 kids, which I hope everybody leaves the 2 kids out of it, man. You know, with everything. And it's Tiger. And everybody wants to know what's going on with Tiger. Everybody wants to know what the problem is. I get it, man. He's a big personality, one of the biggest sports personalities we've ever had. He really is. He's up there. Even though he's, you know, he did it through golf. Those guys getting paid a lot more money because, listen, I don't need to tell people. He was hoping to come back for the Masters. That's not going to happen, I'm guessing. That doesn't look good right now. Then I heard he was going to play in the Senior U.S. Open and try to play in that. I'm guessing that's not looking real good right now as Tiger has some other things to take care of. You know, the only thing, we all got an opinion on Tiger, man. And none of us are doctors, and none of us truly know what's going on. And we got those pictures. I always love those pictures after you get arrested. It just looks like you're a bum outside. Haven't slept in like 20 days, and they got that picture if you've been out drinking. It's horrible. Just horrible. Nobody's ever taken a good picture when they get arrested. The pictures are bad. They're a bad look. I just wish, and I heard this one yesterday, and I could see it being true. Tiger's super private. He doesn't want anybody in his life. If you're looking, he would not do well with Instagram models, right? Where everything's got to be. He and Alex Earl would not, that would not work real well. Because she can't, like, take 2 steps without taking a picture, right? She got to have something on and somebody, and you know, she's got a lot of followers, and that's the exact opposite of Tiger. Tiger is super private, got a couple of homes up there in Jupiter, and but man, I get it. You don't want anybody to drive you, and you don't trust anybody, and you know, you do a lot of business in the car, and whatever's going on that might not be normal, you just don't want the other person. You know, listen, man, whatever it is, you don't want anybody. I understand. I do understand, but Tiger, look at, bro, you should never drive again. You should never drive to Publix a mile away. You need, whether you're going on a date, going to a golf course to practice, going to watch the kids, you need to have somebody in your life. Somebody in your life. You got to find somebody that you can trust. And I get it, man. He doesn't trust anybody. He's afraid that guy he hires will be like working for TMZ part-time, right? Sending them all. Not going to believe what Tiger said today. Oh, he's a freak. He's still out there, man. You know, whatever. He just doesn't want anybody around, but Tiger. Whew, shouldn't drive, man. You can let guys drive your cars. That's fine. You can get yourself a beautiful Escalade loaded. They're gorgeous. I get it. I just saw a whole bunch of them at the Miami Open, and they are. Cadillac just comes out with on top of one SUV, the next one just gets better. You can buy all of them you want, man. Just don't drive them. Sit in the front seat if you want. Sit in the back seat, but don't drive, man. Don't drive. Whether you got your ass-kissing friends that don't want to accept it, they just said you just drive too fast, and that's just, you're not a very good driver. Look, man, you just shouldn't drive. Whatever. Whether we're covering up for something, whether it's painkillers, whatever it is, it's, you don't feel comfortable for having. There got to be somebody in your friggin' life you can trust that you can call 24 hours a day to drive you. I don't care what you do. I truly don't. I don't care if Tiger's hanging out in strip clubs all night. Could care less. And somebody gets a picture of him coming out. Doesn't matter. But get somebody to drive you, man. Seriously. I know they're talking about President Trump coming out and saying, I don't want him with my grandkids. I don't know if that story's true or not, but I could see it. I know it was my grandkids. I'm like, hey, man, you shouldn't drive. I don't want my kids when you're cutting around people and flying around. I wouldn't want my family with you. Just get a driver so this doesn't have to be a topic. While you're taking care of everything else, don't drive, man. I don't care. Work on trust issues, man. Find somebody out there. Got to be somebody. Even a good-looking girl you trust. You can just stare at her while she's driving you. Whew, man, it's bad out there, man. I hate talking about it. I love Tiger. I do. I truly love Tiger. But for anybody upset, listen, you're Tiger Woods or Michael Jordan or Tom Brady or I'm trying to think of anybody else we can put in that club. If you have these things happen, people are going to want to know why. You got in a car accident, why the cars flip over, why were you going that fast, whatever. You put your head down and weren't paying attention, whatever it is. Like, you got your hall pass, even though your body's banged up from it, the bad accident out in California. Whew, get a driver. Just get a driver. I don't care anything else, man. I just don't want to read about Tiger or anybody affiliated with Tiger or hitting somebody else and causing somebody else to lose a life because of your sorry-ass driving. That's fair, right? That's fair. Not a shock.
Absolutely fair.
Yeah.
By the way, to brighten up your morning here a little bit, we just got birthday cake in here, so.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Julie.
I don't know what kind of cake this is, but it's usually good when she.
German chocolate cake, man. That's old school.
Coming in to join me. There's a piece for you.
I got to tell you, I go, Julie, we're going to find you a man. We're going to find you a man. She's an outstanding cook. To all the guys out there that, I don't want to say what her age is because she'll be upset at me. But if you're in your 50s or 60s, I don't know, even early 70s, and you're looking for a really good lady who cooks, who's fun, looks good, Julie Guy. I want you guys to consider that. What is that, 101? What's the station? What's easy listening music? I always forget. 101.5?
Yeah, that sounds right. You put me on the spot with this time. I don't want any part of this conversation. Jeez.
I
just want to eat the cake.
Some of her friends are going to go over and say something to her now that she won't go on those dating apps. She won't swipe. A lot of older women don't want to swipe. They won't swipe looking for men. So I'm just trying to help them out. If there's a guy going, you know what? And I mean a good lady, not one that dates around. I mean a good lady, really picky. If you're the guy and you can actually take her out, you have your own car and you can drive and you're willing to pick up the tab and not tell her we're going Dutch or you forgot your wallet. If not that guy, we're not looking for that guy. I left it at home. You mind picking this one up? I'll get the next one. We don't want that. But you're looking for, let us know on the text machine, and I'll get the information and set you up with the beautiful Julie Guy. Right? I'd like to do that for you. And again, I said 70s. I think you can go in the 70s with her if you're in good shape. I don't want you broken down in your 70s, but if you're in, early 70s and getting around, chase her around a little bit, that'd be good. Hey, we got to go to break here, Woody, before I get us both in a lot of trouble.
No, both in this one. I have nothing to do with that. I just want to eat the cake. I'm waiting for you to shut up so we can eat the damn cake.
I know I'm running late. Hey, can I tell you about Baptist Health South Florida and that great sports medicine program they have? Man, where do the pros go? I get it every day. Enter Miami, the Heat, the Panthers, and the Miami Dolphins. Trust those great team doctors and specialists that they put together. You can't be a top sports medicine program in this country unless you have some of the best specialists for every part of the body. Can't just be knee. Anybody can just do a knee. We're talking about how about when you blow out your knee? How about when you have total reconstruction? They got doctors that have unbelievable comeback stories, not just walking again, playing again. Shoulder, foot and ankle, hand specialists, back specialists, hip and knee replacement doctors, Achilles. We got doctors for every part of the body. They've seen everything. They operate on everything every day. And that team is really good. Hey, not only do they take care of Inter Miami, the Heat, the Panthers, and the Dolphins, they take care of all of us. And we got great facilities to go with it. Doctors Hospital in Coral Gables, Hard Rock Stadium next to the training facility in 595 in Pine Island in Plantation. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho. Let me try that again. baptisthealth.net/ortho. One go every day. Even if you've had too much coffee, one go every day. It's getting you healthy. Back out playing the sports you love the most.
So just hang in here with us, and we'll let you know you can win those tickets later in the show, Joe.
Woody, what do you have for us today?
All right. I'll just jump right into this Dan Hurley thing because you and I were discussing it during the break.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, Dan Hurley and Roger Ayers, who is a colorful official, you could say, right? He's one of the well-known top guys, and they had a little headbutt incident. This is right after they hit the game-winning shot. There was still time on the clock. And he gets in Ayers' face, Dan Hurley, and gives him a little headbutt and said something. A lot of people are upset, Joe, that there was no technical foul
can't call
called.
it technical on that. You can't. I was weird that the coach did it, but you can't do it, Woody.
Let me ask you this, Joe. If there's 10 minutes left in the game, or if it's the first half, are you calling that a technical?
Maybe.
Do you think that call should change?
No.
Depending on
Can
where
you
they are in the
imagine
game?
losing that?
No,
I
mean, can you imagine the
just
coach
makes
getting
a
into an
shot.
official's face where he headbutts him? It's a very strange deal.
I mean, they went head to head. When you say headbutt, I think about dropping that head back a little bit. It's just me. Look at it. I think that cat is off the wall anyway. He's a really good coach.
He is.
But he really likes this being out there stuff. I can tell he's into being a little Harball-ish there, a little Jim Harbaugh-ish. So
anyway, it's fine that Duke didn't get the call. Duke gets enough calls, don't they?
I don't know about that. I just wouldn't have called that. It was a great shot, great ending. Bad for Duke. Feel terrible, especially for Boozer on the pass. But it's done.
All right, the NFL. Joe, I've been talking about some of the stuff that they announced at the owners' meetings. I'll take you to TV here, and they made some announcements here. First off, you're going to get 2026 Hard Knocks training camp will be the Seahawks.
Okay.
2027 Hard Knocks training camp will be the Patriots. And then season 3 of Quarterback will return in July on Netflix.
Who do we have?
They're actually going to feature Tua.
You're kidding.
Go inside his house, and they're going to take
Tua,
you through his
now
world.
that he's gone, Tua's going to open up the new Tua.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
they did. I don't think they said it was going to do it.
Smart ass. You got me. I was like, really?
No, Tua's not. April Fool's, Joe.
You got me. Got me a day
Is
early.
That tomorrow? Yeah. Jeez. Could you imagine?
No.
Oh, my goodness.
Tua opens up.
Yeah, finally. Speaking of opening up, Joe, you segue beautifully into this one. Mark Cuban made some comments here. I don't know if you caught these, Joe.
I did.
I know you're a fan of Mark Cuban. Said he does not regret selling the team. He regrets who he sold it to.
Yes.
Said I made a lot of mistakes in the process, and I'll leave it at that. Cuban still has a 27% ownership stake in the team, but the Adelson family, they're like a casino family.
Right.
They own the Las Vegas Sands or something. They can buy an additional 20% of the team and take his stake over the next 18 months. Which I'm guessing they probably
I'm
will.
surprised
They don't seem to like each other very much.
All the people that have sold their team, owners that have sold their teams through the years, and we see, death, and it happens that way. I'm shocked that Mark Cuban got like nobody seemed like they liked and were more passionate about their team than he was.
We said it was
Mavs.
the stress of owning it. He said he didn't like, when the team wouldn't play well and people would crush him.
So now he crushes them that he just owns a small piece because he's not happy about that Luka thing.
He said he would have opened it up for open bidding. By the way, the valuation on the team in 2023, and this went down $3.5 billion. I don't know if he regrets that part of it or the fact that the Trailblazers just got approved, Joe. They are going for $4.25 billion.
Yeah.
The Carolina Hurricanes owner is going to buy the team. That one's worth more than the Mavs a couple years later.
Wow. I would have been wrong on that one. Wouldn't have guessed that, Woody.
Now, this guy is also, he's a very wise investor here, Joe. This guy, Dundon, who bought the team, Tom Dundon, besides being like a financial guy or whatever, he's also the majority owner of Major League Pickleball and the PPA Tour, the Pro Tour of Pickleball. So he's a wise businessman.
Wise guy.
Well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Really smart.
All right, Joe.
Pickleball. I was out tennis. Everybody's playing that game. Holy smokes. They got the new game they had out there with the wall to it.
Racquetball.
No, it's paddle ball.
Paddle ball?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Padel, or they got some kind of name, but it's got no, but you can hit it off the glass, off the back.
Oh, so it's not like two guys standing in front of a wall.
No.
Okay.
It's different.
I was picturing
it's
like
got a little feel of racquetball to it.
Okay.
It looked fun. Look a lot better than pickleball, I can tell you that. Looked
okay.
good.
You're not going to play that one. Jimmy Butler's into that thing. I know that for sure.
Which one? One I'm talking about?
What did you call it? Padel?
Yeah.
Is that right?
No.
Okay. Did you put like
they had different names on it.
Foreign twist on that word?
Some were calling it. They were going, well, you call it paddle, you call it padel.
It's your European blood there. Your French blood. All right, Joe. Ultra Music Festival. Only 9 arrests. How about this?
Kids are off.
Pretty good here.
Kids
Ultra
are off
day
the
1.
Molly and stuff. That's good.
Ultra day 1, 4 arrests. Day 2, 4 arrests. Day 3, 1 arrest.
Doing all right.
We did have a guy got shot by a police officer, but that's
all right.
We'll figure that out later.
Sound like a good couple of days to me.
Yeah. Guy got
numbers
a little out
are
of
down.
hand.
Yeah.
But the numbers are down. They're trending downward.
Good. Hey, Woody, we got Kyle Crabb's going to join us coming up here in just a few minutes. Ron Rothstein also going to join us, former Heat head coach. We'll talk to him about this two-personality Miami Heat basketball team. I like that team that showed up last night. Boy, that team that closed out last night was fun to watch. Recovery Unplugged, man. I got to tell you, new year means fresh starts, new goals, and a chance to reset. If your mental health needs a comeback season, Recovery Unplugged Behavioral Health is here to help you with a beautiful mental health residential program right here in Fort Lauderdale. If you're off the road right now, in a funk, can't get out of it, lost your job, the old lady left, you're going, dude, these are things that happen in life, man. And all of a sudden, you find yourself down and out and you need some help and doing some other things that aren't helping you right now. They've helped over 20,000 people nationwide with expert care, music-based healing, innovative treatments like ketamine therapy for depression, anxiety, and trauma. Make this the year you put yourself first. Dr. Bear and his staff would love to help you get back on the road again. Call 954-737-4508 or visit recoveryunplugged.com. New year. New you, Recovery Unplugged, heal out loud.
Brad Evans here.
Powered by Jon-Eric Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia. You always been listening to Pricito with Doral Kia. Visit us at Doral Kia, DoralKia.com. Starting with the Heat, who beat the Sixers 119-109 behind 30 points from Tyler Hero. Next up, the Heat will host the Celtics tomorrow night. Over to the Panthers, who welcome in the Senators tonight. The puck drops at 7 from Amarant Bank Arena. The game can be heard on 104.3 FM. And in baseball, the Marlins fell to the White Sox 9-4. Game 2 of the 3-game series is tonight with the first pitch at 6:40 from Lone Depot Park. The game can be heard on 560 AM. And tonight, the Hurricanes will host Florida Gulf Coast. The first pitch is at 6 from Mark Light. The Joe Rose Show continues now.
A lot of key veteran players with recognizable names gone. De'Von Achane's still there. There's been some reporting. There's been some discussion. Is he available? Is he not available? He's in the last year of his contract. Where do things stand? If there's a fan out there that's got his or her De'Von Achane jersey and wants to know, am I going to be wearing it this year? What would you say to them?
Yeah, it's important to us to get a deal done with De'Von. He is a difference maker as a player. We are in talks. We're trying to get that done. It's a priority to us. He is a building block for us as we move forward.
What about him makes you believe that?
I think he's a rare player. His feet, his acceleration, his ability to play on all three downs. He's a very good pass catcher. He reminds me a lot of a guy that I played with in high school by the name of Warwick Dunn, who went on to have a marvelous career. Maybe it's the
look at you, Mr. Louisiana.
Maybe it's the 28 that he wears on his back, which wore forever. And but I see a lot of similarities now. Now Warwick did it for a decade, and neither one of them are big guys. So that I think if De'Von was sitting here, he'd be the one to tell you. Like, I think that's going to be the question for him: can he be as durable as Warwick was over time? But he's a marvelous player. We want to move forward with him. It's important to us to get a deal done. He's part of the future for us.
We go to Miami.
Sure.
The first big order of business is the quarterback position.
Sure.
Oh, ding, ding, ding. We have a backup quarterback at the place I just came from. So, like, I'm just interested in, like, how quickly you get the job where you and Jeff, like, all right, let's sign Malik now. Like, how quickly did you come to that determination?
You know what? I mean, I'd be lying if I said we hadn't talked about it along the way.
Yeah.
Both of us are huge fans of the person, Malik Willis. Phenomenal guy, very even keel.
Yeah.
Thought he could handle the ups and the downs. And then obviously the skill set. We feel like he's an ascending player, extremely athletic, got an elite arm, can attack all three levels of the field.
Totally.
And he's the right kind of guy. He's the right kind of teammate. So quite frankly, it was a fairly easy decision. We didn't know if we'd be able to get him or not. Obviously, you're competing with other teams. It worked out. We're excited to have him. Malik knows he's got to come in and compete. We're in a situation in Miami. Nothing's going to be given to anybody. I don't care what your salary is. I don't care what now, look, somebody's got to run out with the first team day one.
Yeah,
Malik's going to be that guy.
Yeah, right.
And I would be lying if I said otherwise. The expectations for Malik are high. From Half and I and everybody else. But at the end of the day, just really excited to get him into place. I think he's going to be a great asset to our team.
Dolphins General Manager Jon-Eric Sullivan with Mike Florio and Chris Sims. We're going to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com, Joe.
All right. We've got some other news, Woody, as well. Kyle Krabs, host of Locked On Fins and NFL analyst for A to Z Sports, joins us. Kyle, good morning. I got to tell you, man, I thought Jon-Eric Sullivan was really good considering everything he's had to go through over the last couple weeks and getting ready for the draft. I thought he handled everything really well. What'd you think about yesterday? His comments, especially about his new quarterback and still here, De'Von Achane.
Yeah, I think I listened to the whole Pro Football Talk interview with Sully last night, and I was driving home from dropping the kids off at preschool, and I put it back on. Had to listen to it again because I enjoyed hearing the insight. Right, so he's certainly, there's a big picture element of kind of how they're going about their business, and I think it's really impressive that everything that he talked about back in January when he got the job, like, you can kind of go down the list and see like there's been tangible follow through on a lot of those talking points. And Achane's a great example of talked about him being one of the building blocks of the roster. And now we're at the point where they're having some conversations and they're prioritizing it, and it's important for them. And I do kind of think, especially since they did some gymnastics with his contract to get a little bit of salary cap wiggle room, I think that only makes it that much more likely that he will be here because he's already got $4.6 million of his compensation that he was scheduled to get. They paid out. And as a team that's trying to be cash conscious this season so that they don't have to defer things into future years as much as possible, if they wrote the check, I think that tells you a lot about how serious they are with these talking points with De'Von Achane.
Yeah, that was good to hear because, a lot of people are going, oh, he's just trying to drive the price up to get a higher draft pick, and come on, they're not done, and all those type of things. So I want to ask you going forward, Malik Willis, a lot of talk obviously up there about Malik, and I do agree with what his former head coach had to say, man. He's got a chance to be a really successful guy, successful starter, but he needs some guys around him. And that kind of leads me into your 7-round mock draft. I was hoping you go wide receiver higher in your 11 picks. Is that fair?
Yeah, yes, it is. I went with Skylar Bell from UConn with, I think it was 87 was where I put him in the 7-rounder that I did for A to Z Sports yesterday. But it's kind of, again, taking a talking point at face value. And they've talked about, wanting to win the line of scrimmage. And they've talked about wanting to be able to run the football. So, I went with Spencer Fano as an offensive lineman, plays right tackle for Utah, can play inside short term and then kick out the right tackle long term. I also really like the Penn State guard if you were going to go with a straight up guard player in the first round. But the pass rush, you need help on the pass rush.
Yes.
You need help on the offensive line. You need help in the secondary at corner and safety. And so it's just Rome's not built in a day, right? So I think that's the hardest thing for me. And when I look at the wide receiver class that's out there this year, it is a deep group where I do think you have a chance to get meaningful players, even if you're not getting a 140 target guy for your wide receiver room. I think you can get those guys when Miami has those picks at 75 through 94.
If Maui Noah drops to 11, I think you're going to tell me it's not going to happen, and Fano's there, which guy do you like better to be that guard tackle, maybe even a little center after being out of UM? Said Maui Noah has played all three of them a lot in practice, which I didn't realize. But which guy you like more?
I like Maui Noah better. He's my top-rated tackle in this year's class. I think Fano would probably be a better center, where I think the displacement ability that Maui Noah has in the run game, kind of the anchor. I think he's got a heavier anchor to be able to drop on guys when they try to take him down the middle off the edge. So I think if you're telling me all things equal, they're both playing center, I'll take Fano. If it's guard or tackle, I would take Maui Noah.
Yeah. Is there any chance Maui Noah drops to 11? And I know it's all over the place right now in this whole draft, but I'm just curious, is there any shot something comes out negative about him so he drops?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we saw what happened with Laramie Tunsil. I don't think that's coming for Maui Noah, but I would say the pathway for a drop is if the Cardinals at 3, because I think they're a big tackle spot. It's too early for the non-Fernando Mendoza quarterbacks. I think they've got a big need there. They have one tackle in Paris Johnson, but the rest of the right side of the offensive line is kind of shaky. If they like Fano more than Maui Noah, or if they don't go offensive tackle, and then the Browns kind of go, whether it's wide receiver or there's some buzz that they really like Caden Proctor, who's a left tackle out of Alabama, and they've got the other 4 spots they replaced from last year's team on the offensive line already, so left tackle is kind of their last spot. Like if they go Monroe Freeling, who's a left tackle from Georgia, or if they go Caden Proctor, that's the recipe for how Maui Noah makes it to you. I wouldn't bet on it happening, but I do see the pathway for that being something that could possibly come to life.
Hey, Kyle, this Ty Simpson thing, it's gotten personal now. It's all over the place. And I thought all the ESPN guys were kind of are jumping on the same bandwagon. I see Matt Miller goes, I think he's a early 2nd round pick. I don't think he goes in the 1st round pick. And it's just been Dan Orlovsky, of course, kind of started with, I think he's clearly the number 1 quarterback in the draft. And that got it all stirred up. And
yep.
What's your, it's, by the way, just adds to the whole 1st round of this NFL draft on the 23rd of next month here. But what do you think of Ty Simpson?
I like Ty for what he is, and what he is a one-year starter who was given a lot of responsibility at the line of scrimmage. They ran a lot of pro concepts. If you're telling me somebody who's going to get up under center and run a bunch of play action passing and turn his back to the defense, and your offense is working and humming, I could see Ty being a guy that can be efficient and keep your offense on schedule. He's got a little something to him as far as some off-schedule stuff, but he doesn't really have the ability to drive the ball downfield. He's not a particularly big guy. So I think you would classify him probably as a lower physical tools ceiling player. And then with the 1 year of starting experience, you see if he doesn't have the answer right at the snap of the ball, there's a lot of negative plays that kind of pop up, and you would expect that to get better with more reps. So I think if you said his tape was more immediately translatable to the NFL than what Fernando Mendoza's was at Indiana, I could get behind your argument there. But again, just the physical tools and the upside, I think Mendoza's got him by a good amount. And I think in the NFL, you've got to be a guy, if you want to have that top tier player at the position, you're going to have to be able to carry a little bit more weight on your shoulders than what I think Ty Simpson's capable of. Not to say you can't win without it, or not to say you can't win with him, but I think Mendoza's got that extra gear too.
Hey, so the Dontavian Wicks, a fourth receiver for the Green Bay Packers, some people are talking about him at 30 catches as a number 4 guy last year, 24-year-old, fourth-year guy. Obviously, our guys like the Green Bay Packer way. You think that's somebody they're interested in adding to be a top 3 receiver here in Miami?
I think they should absolutely have interest if the Packers are kind of entertaining potentially moving on. He's been a pretty consistent producer without having a lot of volume. You know, he's had less than 60 targets in 2 of his first 3 seasons in the NFL, and Green Bay just went out and, they drafted Matthew Golden in the first round pick last year.
Right.
So contract year guy, he's big, he's physical, he's not the most twitchy or dynamic, but he's got great ball skills. He's a tough player. He's a blue-collar player that's accustomed to playing in an offense that spreads the ball around. I think he's obviously, with the vision that you would expect a couple of guys that have come from Green Bay, like he's got the DNA of a lot of things that I think are relevant to him. I think the challenge is contract year. What's that compensation look like? Is that giving a day 3 pick straight up? Is that a part of a pick swap back and forth where maybe you slide down in the draft at the expense of one of your top 100 picks, or that pick at 130? And do you go down into the late 5th round where I think the Packers have a pick? So there's a couple different ways that they can get that done, but I'm sure Green Bay is not going to cut you any favors. So, if you're going to trade for a young 24-year-old wide receiver, you're probably not going to be getting them for next to nothing. Like I would expect that to be, you'd feel that compensation a little bit. So I think maybe that comes out to, how do the first 2 days of the NFL draft shake out, where maybe you don't take a wide receiver till 87, and then you get into Saturday and you say, hey, let's move back 25 spots in the 4th round and get Wicks to be the second wide receiver that we add.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you one thing I do like is in the first 2 days of the draft and those top 90-something picks, you have us taking 2 edge rushers, which I'm with you, man. If there's some guys I see at 75 and 94, you like edge rushers. So you think that's pretty deep position?
I think it is a deep position. Yeah, I think there's a lot of interesting, unique skill sets in that group. Where I think they'll have a decent chance to have a high volume snap taker there at 43, whether that's Zion Young, who I think they're having in for a 30 visit. Gabe Akis from Illinois, I think, is in that conversation. At 30, it would be like TJ Parker, who, if he makes it to that spot, probably put Akeem Mesidor in that bucket as well at 30. And then you get into the day 2 guys, and Derek Moore from Michigan, Kieron Crawford, who I have going in the mock draft, who I really like out of Auburn. He's kind of the quote-unquote other Auburn guy, but he's pretty interesting in what he does from 2-point stance, and he can play out in wide alignments and kind of do some of your if you do simulated pressures and you want a guy to play like a flat, right? Like he did that at Auburn a little bit so that they could bring somebody else from elsewhere in the defense and not compromise your zone spacing. So they're going to have options on the edge, and I think they should absolutely be looking for a couple different skill sets to go with the guys that they have in that room now.
The whole thing just very interesting. I think overall, the way our general managers handled what has been obviously not the best situation. Look, you don't get these jobs unless, it's a disaster where you are or bad. But this thing with the money, how are your thoughts? I really haven't asked you about the dead money and how it's been, how you think they've handled it with so much going to the cemetery in the first year.
Yeah, I think it's, it's outside of norms, right? Where you're at $180 million in dead cap. It's over 60% of the cap this year. So I'll be interested to see how they balance that out with their free agency strategy and approach, which Jon-Eric Sullivan's talked about. We'll hunt difference makers in free agency, but we're not going to be spending just to spend and look busy, right? We're going to target guys we think can be difference makers because that's the only way that it's worth it in free agency. So, Miami, they have spent historically in free agency a lot. So you'll probably get a big name, and that can happen as fast as next year now because they did this with their prior debts where you were so aggressive. Well, right now they're sitting at like $140 million in cap space for 2027. Now you're going to have to add the rookie class from this year onto that.
Right.
You're going to have to add on extensions, presumably for Achane, Brewer, and Brooks. And you're probably still going to have 9 figures in cap space in 2027 to work with as a starting point. So
yeah,
that's why you do it, right? So that you could take your medicine this year. Sully, he said in that same interview with Mike Florio, we got a bunch of guys in here on 1-year contracts chasing carrots. A bunch of guys that are motivated. We'll see which one of those guys sees that opportunity, and then we're going to have a lot of resources moving forward to work with.
Last question for you. This is kind of out there, not really in any rotation here, but Markel Bell. We stood next to him at the first practice the other day. That's a big man. Where do you have him going as a tackle in this draft? It decided kind of last second, wasn't sure if he's going to get another year of eligibility or not, so just decided not to fight it and turn pro.
Yeah, I think there's a couple examples of guys that are in that height stratosphere where if you're built that way, there's kind of a certain floor. You're going to get drafted no matter what, just based on the size. I think about Trenton Brown from Florida, and I think about Zach Banner from USC. Both of those guys were kind of similarly statured players. I think Markel Bell's probably closer to Banner, who was, I think, an early 4th round pick, like 125-ish. Like that would be about the range for me for Markel, just because there's going to be conversations about his ability to take the right angles and have the foot speed to play in space. You get a lot of wiggle room when you're a certain size that he is, and the gravitational pull that comes with that playing on the edge. But he might not be a for everyone scheme fit because of how big he is and because of what that might compromise for your ability to mirror in space, right? Yeah. So you have to be really consistent with your technique. So I expect Markel to be an early day 3 pick somewhere in the 4th round is kind of my baseline expectation.
Right, that's fair. Kyle, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. A lot of stuff going on. Good stuff coming out of our general manager and out at the owners' meetings. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Right on, Joe.
All right, Kyle Krabs, host of Locked On Fins and NFL analyst for A to Z Sports. And right now I switch from football to your air conditioning problems you might be having. It's going to start getting hot outside, and you know the deal. Between all that heat and that rain, it beats the you-know-what out of that air conditioning unit that your kids run really hard every day, and they break down a lot. And a lot of people just aren't happy with the air conditioning companies they've been using. Not on time, late. Tell them things they need only to find out they don't need them. Tell them they need a new air conditioning unit. They don't need a new air conditioning unit. They can fix the one they have. All these, all of a sudden you got some other costs. You're like, where'd that come from? Nobody told me about that. Listen, if you're not happy with the air conditioning company or companies you've been trying, well, it's time to go to the new one, man. They've been around a while. Stay chill with Chillzone Air Conditioning. I'm telling you right now, President of the company, Melissa De Verona, is fantastic, family-owned and operated. She's it. She takes the calls every day. You get it right from the president. When she sends them out, so they'll be on time. It's about great service, man. It's about getting the problems taken care of. It's about knowing what you're paying. If you need a new air conditioning unit, it's about getting that new air conditioning out there and putting it in when they say they're going to do it. Hey, man, these are all great things that she does. A lot of integrity, and she is really good. They've been doing this a long time. Her father started this thing 20-plus years, family-owned and operated, covering all of South Florida, and just do great work, whether it's service on your air conditioning unit, whether you need a new air conditioning unit, whether it's duct cleaning, doesn't matter. They do it all for you, and they'll do great work. All the people on those trucks, that's one thing she's really proud of. Melissa always says, all our trucks, we've had the same people. They don't leave, and they're really good at what they do. 786-378-2778. Tell them you heard it right here on 104.3 WQAM. ChillzoneAC.com. Go to ChillzoneAC.com. Not happy where you are. I know where you're going to be happy. Stay chill with Chillzone Air Conditioning.
The Joe Roche
Go out on FM 104.3, and you can listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn.
All right, time for your weather report brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, replacing roofs, roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com. Despite a lot of clouds out there, Joe, we got about a 10% chance of rain here this morning.
I like that. Oh, I like those numbers.
And we do have tickets to give away whenever you're ready here. Guns N' Roses tickets.
We had a rough Sunday and Monday, man, for getting out and trying to be active. And we got those tickets, huh? Is that what you just said?
Yeah,
Guns N'
so
Roses?
whatever you're thinking for those. A nice night out, a little date night, right?
Yeah, we like that. We like helping.
Or a guy's night, whatever you want
No.
to
I can't. You know, it's good. Sometimes that's always the number one problem I had is I get kind of going in my own life, and you gotta make time for your partner, for your wife, right? You gotta do it. They need that, and we need it. To be honest, we just stop me, Woody, before I get in trouble here. Will you just stop me?
Well, you got in trouble for the other thing already. By the way, people are texting in about that too.
Hey, I just want to let you know. I'm going to say it again because she did confront me already.
Mm-hmm.
Julie Guy, a 101.5, is single. And she made...
Do they discuss this kind of, like, I don't know what they discuss on their show. Because
of course they do this kind of stuff.
Well, we're on the air at the same time as them, so...
No, and I don't know if they talk about her directly, but I'm letting everybody know she's single and she's ready to mingle.
Uh-huh.
She's a great cook. She's Italian.
She made the cake, right?
Whew, did she?
Cake.
Man, and everybody's just so the thing is she won't get on. I guess these apps for older people, they're not as popular, right? As
probably not crazy how you keep calling her older, but
well, I mean, she's not 20.
Okay.
So anyway, I love Julie. She knows that. I'm just not saying her age, but I wanted to say this: if you're in your 50s or 60s. And I think
50s or 60s.
Yeah, but I think if you're in your early 70s and you're in good shape, I think you got a shot. And all I ask on her behalf.
You're just messing around now.
No, I'm being serious. And all I ask on her behalf is that because she's had some bad date stuff happen, that when you ask her out, that you don't expect her to go Dutch or don't hit her with that. I forgot my wallet. Would you mind picking this one up? I'll get the next one when we go out again. I know it sounds kind of stupid.
Guys still doing that out there?
Yes, guys do that. So, I mean, if you're trying to impress her, you just pick the dinner. And by the way, it doesn't have to be a fancy dinner on her behalf. It can be a nice mom and pop restaurant or something somewhere. But
so you're saying like take her out to Sizzler or something?
But and don't ask her, to give it up right away. I mean, I'm not that I'm talking about, but she's a good lady, man. She's really a good lady and likes
what an
to have
endorsement.
fun.
She's lucky to have you.
How'd I do?
It's tremendous.
Not.
I'm sure they're lining up.
Well, I'm trying to be honest from my heart. And what did I say wrong? That
from your heart? It's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
You just don't like us.
I think it's very uncomfortable, but
I could tell.
Fine.
You shut down.
I don't think she likes it. A lot of people texted in that it's a little unusual what you're doing here. But
well, first of all, she brings us desserts. She's very nice. She's been a friend of mine for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
And
so that means you have to act as her agent?
I'm not being her agent, but if there's a nice guy out there, I don't really have that many guys in my life that are single right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying if there's a guy out there that just broke up or been on his own for a while and go, hell, I kind of like to.
What do you want me to do?
Like
some guy said, I remember Julie from her old day, WSHE days.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I mean, do you want me to give these people her number?
Well, just leave it and I'll give it to her.
Text them back and just give them a cell phone number?
No. Don't do that. But I'll take her number and we'll.
So this person wants 772. I got you. I'll just text you your cell phone number. You say you heard it here on the Joe Rose Show.
Just if
no.
No. If you're going over to apparently a few people already gone to 101.5 said Joe Rose is pumping you up. Would you really like to go out?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got to give her a little something like she wants to,
Oh, it's not a blind date with a.
Well, I
person who's
can't have it
asking for the
completely
number?
blind. She got a right to. Don't you want to know before you go out? That's a little dangerous. That blind date thing.
Port Miami Mike says hook Julie up with Omar.
No, she knows Omar very well. Omar's in here a lot.
Yeah,
they all like Omar. Omar's very popular.
It's not that way.
Boy, that.
All right, you did good, man.
Well, I haven't.
Now, are you going to like actually help her out and give these people her number?
I'm not joking around. I didn't just do this to like for. You don't hear me doing this. I never do this.
So come in here. I'll show you how.
Why
to
are you
reply
so
to people.
freaking? Why are you so weird? First of all, stop being so weird about everything. If you're in radio,
it is weird, but you should give these people a number.
You got a nice.
They're nice enough to ask.
By the way, and if you go into a dentist or the doctor's office, you hear Julie Guy and Tamara G. Easy listening 101.5. Barry Manilow comes on in the back, and you hear the whole deal.
So this is so awkward, and I'm not Julie. Another person asked for the number. You got to give these people a number.
I'm gonna pick them up.
Come on in during the break and start texting back here.
Are they putting age on it? At least give me an age so I don't find out.
Why? They're just gonna lie anyway.
Well, I'd like to think people are as honest as I am about doing this thing, very honest.
A lot of honest people out there.
Very honest.
Not
and by the way,
texters are not, but maybe they.
And let me tell you, go to 101.5. You can ask her directly. I'm not hiding from this.
Host, you want people to call in the show?
Just a little crossover from sports to easy listening.
She brings the caller on. They go, "Hey, heard on the other show that you're interested in dates."
Hey, where do you want to go, honey? We're going out Friday night. I'm in. I'm your guy. All right. Hey, Woody. It did get a little weird. Ron Rothstein, FanDuel Sports Network, does a lot of work post-game for the Miami Heat, is former head coach for the Heat, longtime assistant coach, one of the best defensive coordinators in basketball history. That's my man, Ron Rothstein. He's going to join us coming up at 9 o'clock this morning. We'll talk to him.
Can you run down there and see if someone just asked if 33 is too young?
No, 33. I can't do that.
Well, just ask her.
No.
Why? 33 is not.
She's not doing 33.
Why not?
I'm not going to ask her.
It's like the.
That's young guy.
Like the opposite.
No,
Belichick.
Because a lot of young guys like that's real.
Someone said hook her up with your friend from California. You can pay for the dinner, Joe.
Pay for dinner, drinks. Get him out here. Get him home. Give him the credit card.
Didn't he have a girl?
Oh my God, that thing was a disaster. Oh God, I didn't even talk about it because my wife asked me not to talk about it. It was a disaster. And by the way, every time I say it's a disaster when this guy comes out, it's even worse. The friggin' guy got stuck here, had a one-way ticket, had no round trip ticket. And he goes, "Hey man, things are real expensive at the airport right now. It's a mess. I'm gonna have to stay." So you ain't staying in my house, bro. I've been paying for a friggin' hotel room for extra days.
Guy says she needs some of the young calf. Let her get some veal. Gross. Another guy says he'll take her to the Guns N' Roses concert. Why don't you ask her if she wants to go to Guns N' Roses? We'll give this guy the tickets.
You know what?
Okay?
How about Julie Guy and Guns N' Roses that night?
With a guy who just messaged in the show. No idea what he looks like.
Blind. If you take Julie, you get the 2 tickets. You're a sick puppy, man. You're a sick puppy, bro.
You've done this. This is your handiwork.
Man.
Ask her if she wants to go to the concert.
Oh, she's right here.
Boy.
No, have her in here right now. Have Julie come in here right now. She's here. This thing blew up. Can set her, please get Tamara G, Julie Guy in the house here. First of all, Tamara G, I want to get Tamara G, get over here on the other mic. We have usually 2 work. Steph's not here, but I do want to tell you, it's very questionable 50-50 the mics all work.
Can you do me a favor really quick though? They can't hear me.
Our
Can you
show
tell them
I'm
not in on this?
So Julie, you're looking at me right now.
I've had in the last 20 minutes a combination of hey, happy birthday to Tamara G, and by
Which
the way,
is very nice. Happy birthday,
by
Tamara
the way,
G.
Joe Rose is working on a date for you. So do I have to give you some kind of finder's fee?
No, but I want to go through this because some people are saying it's very weird that I'm doing this.
Can you cut his mic off when he starts doing this?
Can you just explain to them that I'm against you on this?
He's
please?
really
they
against
can't hear me.
He's this whole thing. So
But can you also
Julie.
offer the Guns N' Roses tickets?
We're doing a Guns N' Roses tickets, and Julie Guy is the date.
Oh, I do like Guns N' Roses.
You do.
All right, there you go.
So
See, there you go.
Why doesn't the birthday girl get a date here?
You're my third. You're the third wheel.
I don't want to be. I want a boyfriend too. So find me one, Joe.
You know
Rose.
what, Tamara G? I like that. You know what? I'm home for everybody. And I told him, think about this. You're listening to sports, and then you got to go to the dentist or doctor's office.
Oh.
And you hear Tamara G and Julie Guy right there.
I mean, that's just the way it works in the world. Anyway, we want to thank you for not having much to talk about today. So you could talk about our love life. But we love you, Joe Rose.
By the way, this is only because of Tamara G's birthday, number
Right.
one.
Yeah.
And
the cupcakes I made.
They were awesome.
By the way,
German chocolate cupcakes.
You're welcome.
You can read.
Through the years.
Yeah.
What
The years.
will you have baked for us in here?
I mean, I'm a great wife. Just ask my ex-husband.
I don't want to get into
I gotta go
But
now.
No, that was a teaser. So how
Ask
do I
her
leave
if
this?
33 is too young.
33. We got a 33-year-old.
1015 Light FM.
No,
Thank you very much.
33. Is that too young?
Yes. Could be our kid.
Her kid, not
No, but
her kid.
no,
her
but-
kid. Not
no,
mine.
no. But we got young guys that like older women.
Well, of course they do. That's where it's at. That's where it's at, guys.
That's happening. Hey.
We got to go do our job now.
All right. I just want to let
Thanks, Joe.
you know we got all kinds of. I'm going to grab numbers.
right.
We'll get pictures. I'll bring them in. So you got to go out with one of these guys, though. Want to go and you just behave yourself when you go out. All right. Feel a lot better about this now. I got a little weird though.
I gotta set both of them up now. We have tickets. We have more tickets for the show. Like we can give them each a pair of tickets.
I'll tell you what.
We find dates for them.
Got a little crazy in here for just a minute there, didn't it, Woody? Got a little crazy. Hey, we got to go to break here. We're running super late. Ron Rothstein's going to join. You thought that whole thing was weird, though. I tried to set up a friend because she brought in these unbelievable cupcakes.
To be quite honest, she seemed more willing than I had thought. Like you made
You
it
think she
seem
likes
like
staying at home and going out with the girls every weekend when the girls' husbands aren't around? That gets
you
old,
made
man.
it seem like she was very uncomfortable with it, which in turn made me uncomfortable.
You heard that great personality she has.
Yeah, I like her very much. You
Boy, that's
made it seem like she was
that's
uncomfortable.
amazing that you said that there, Mr.
No, but you made it seem like she was very uncomfortable, so I was kind of uncomfortable for her, but she seemed very, willing.
Well,
she wants to go to the concert
And
with
by
this
the
guy.
way, maybe it's to a Marlins baseball game. They've got the White Sox today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I want to let you know that we've got a lot of stuff going on Tuesday. They're going to honor the heroes during a salute and serve night presented by Loan Depot. That's tonight. Then tomorrow, it's getaway day. Bring the whole family out for the 4 for 44 presented by Pepsi. 3 games packed with fun and Marlins baseball. 3-1 now on the season. Get your tickets now at marlins.com/tickets. Marlins baseball is back.
WQAM broadcasting live from the Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall Studios. Edmore Sawgrass.
And I'll tell you what, if you're old school too, she, mom and dad, she cook. I mean, she's a great cook. She brings in all these desserts.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think old school?
I have no idea. I'm just letting you go.
Oh my God, you act like I keep talking like she's 90. She's not 90. She's
Somebody
young.
said 32.
And happy birthday to Tamara G.
She already said no to 33, so probably not 30.
No. You guys trying to hit the old gals there, hit and run with the MILFs. No, don't. She's not doing that. On her behalf, you cannot do that. You can't.
This is a mean text. Guy says for April Fool's Day, you should take one of your recorded shows from 20 years ago and play it all day. The clueless Finns fans wouldn't even know rebuilding since 74. There's a random shot that just came in. Figured I'd read that one.
That's funny.
Jeez.
Rebounding.
They're going in the right direction, probably.
He exaggerated. It hadn't been since 74. The big jerk.
Close.
Not even accurate. Look at those lines lit up.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
All right, so that's the deal.
Hey, by the way, I'm looking at all the names. I mean, we got some classics there, man. I see a Shelly and Alex. I see Teresa, Will. Here's a baseball name. Jack Sutton. Hello, Jack Sutton. James, Will Delgado. They're another good baseball name. Randy Weber. Another. Sound like a pitcher that throws at 98 miles an hour. Well, a little bit of everything coming in here, man. We say good morning to everybody. Ron Rothstein, FanDuel Sports Network. I don't know why I do the FanDuel Sports Network everything. You know him as a former longtime NBA coach, including head coach of the Miami Heat, and really good defensive coach with the Pistons, and been around WNBA as well. Ron's a lifer and just a great guy. Just love having him on. We're going to talk a little bit about this two-personality Miami Heat team. Coming off, I don't know the last time we did this, and this is a matter of just back-to-back games. Play one of their worst games of the year. Absolutely embarrassing game on the road against the Pacers. Come home, go to bed, get up, and play the 76ers last night, who are at full speed right now, and actually had a lead a couple times, lose the lead, up 15, down 4, 107-103, and then finish it out like we haven't seen. 16-2 run to finish it out, and to get a 10-point win last night against 76ers. And I saw Jaime Jaquez, I believe was a player, said this might be our best game of the year. How does that happen? From everybody sitting around, nobody talking at their locker, and Bam sitting over there going, this can't continue, man. This is ridiculous. And then they show up and play like that last night. I got to tell you, Tyler Hero was just offensively. We know he's a good offensive player. He did a little bit of everything. I just love the way he goes to basket, uses both hands, knocked down a couple of threes late in the game, had 12 in the fourth. You know, that's been a D-Wade thing and UD thing as well. Like, hey, man, who's going to close this out when we have these tight ball games with 2, 3, 4 minutes left? Who's it going to be? Tyler Hero had a big part of that last night. So I know we need to see it more. I'm not changing on everything. I get it, but this team has got a couple different personalities. There's no question about it.
We got a winner here. I don't know if you want to run this by Julie, but Ron from Hollywood. He's 42, if I did the math correct.
Does Ron want to squat with her?
Well, that's part of the deal.
Oh, Ron said he'd take her?
Yeah.
Well, now Ron's not seeing somebody, right?
I have no idea.
I don't want to do that South Florida thing where
you don't want to break up a marriage over this.
No, because we've all been through those, and breaking up is hard to do. There's songs about that.
Well, Ron he lives in Hollywood, so he's convenient to the casino to go to the show.
Yeah. Got a job. He can afford to,
Well, I don't know that he has
buy her a drink and maybe a little dinner at Hard Rock before the concert.
I cannot confirm if he has a job or not. I didn't ask him. Probably should have. Probably should have gotten more information about it.
Right.
But anyway, he's 42.
All right, 42.
So hopefully I don't see if that's in her wheelhouse.
We'll check with her. You might have to.
We'll have more tickets tomorrow.
You might have to take you.
This not work out. We'll have more tickets tomorrow.
We do.
Can try again.
We'll give Julie another shot.
Yeah, rest of the week.
All right.
So
I didn't ask, it's funny. I haven't really asked her about her age thing. I just kind of made that up. She didn't She just said 33 is too young. She knows what old 33-year-old he wants a ride, if you know what I mean. I ain't talking about a ride home. All right, hey, we got 9 o'clock hour coming up. Ron Rothstein's going to join us in just a moment. But first, what the hell happened to the sports show, man? What happened to this thing? Tell you what, credit card debt consolidation, you going through that right now, man? Behind in property taxes, HOA dues, assessments, judgments, liens. Man, you can't even sleep at night. You're so upside down. They're going, how are we getting out of this? And I'm thinking, Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage. First thing I'm thinking, if you live in a condo and you thought, man, I'm on retirement, I got it made right here, looking at a beautiful ocean every day and sitting there having a drink in the afternoon, just going to enjoy myself, a little walk on the beach. And now all these things are going up, all these insurance and everything else, HOA dues are going up, everything going, well, I'm in trouble. I'm not going to be able to live here very long. And you're running credit card debt up 18, 19, 20%. Let Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage help you out, man, please. Let him get that second mortgage, get you a low rate on that, get some equity to pay these darn bills off. Matter of fact, reverse mortgages, if you're 62 or older, you and your spouse got a lot of equity in that home, might be exactly what you need, man. It's a great way to get a fresh start for you, get all those bills paid off late in life and still be in great shape, ready to go. Go to Google Reviews on the web, Choice Mortgage Reviews, and find out all the things Michael Kotze can get done for you and fast. It's about great service with Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage. Low rates, get you approved quickly, get you rolling. First-time home buyer programs with little money down, another real popular one that Michael Kotze's doing, helping first-time home buyers right now. You can just go on and on with the list that Michael Kotze's doing. I want you to, this Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage, 30 years of experience. The man truly has no life. He's always working 7 days a week. Call or text him, 561-441-2730. It's 561-441-2730, MLS 166254. Rates and terms subject to change, daily without notice. He's an equal housing lender. Go to Google Reviews on the web, Choice Mortgage Reviews. Michael Kotze. A lot of people really like the work he does.
The three-time NBA champion Miami Heat, Miami Hurricanes basketball, and now the new home of the two-time World Series winner Miami Marlins.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia. You always pay less than your pricito at Doral Kia. Visit us at DoralKia.com. Starting with the Heat, who beat the Sixers 119-109, behind 30 points from Tyler Hero. Next up, the Heat will host the Celtics tomorrow night. Over to the Panthers, who welcome in the Senators tonight. The puck drops at 7 from Amarant Bank Arena. The game can be heard on 104.3 FM. And in baseball, the Marlins fell to the White Sox 9-4. Game 2 of the 3-game series is tonight with the first pitch at 6:40 from Lone Depot Park, and that game can be heard on 560 AM. And tonight, the Hurricanes will host Florida Gulf Coast. First pitch is at 6 from Mark Light. The Joe Rose Show continues now. And it is time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood Hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale. One location, Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com, Joe.
Thank you, Woody. Ron Rothstein, FanDuel Sports Network, longtime NBA assistant and head coach, joins us this morning. Ron, I didn't look it up. How many years you end up in the NBA? That pension must be unbelievable. How many years do you get?
I don't know. I started 40-something years ago, I guess.
Man, you maxed it out. Now they look at you maxed out that pension, man. The NBA, they had to put in the Ron Rothstein pension for you, man. It's so long. That's good stuff. Hey, Ron.
Yeah, well, go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry.
No. I just, hey, we got two personalities. We had maybe our worst loss of the season against the Pacers, and last night I saw the guys after the game said it might have been our best effort all year. How does that happen? And it's kind of been the personality of this team that's a few games over 500. I'm just trying to figure it out because I love that team that played last night.
Yeah, well, desperation brings on a certain level of want, okay? If you really care, and our guys care, we have really good guys, and our guys care, and they were embarrassed, and they owned it.
Yeah.
Plain and simple, and then they came back. And look, last night's game was a hell of a game. I mean, to close it the way we did the last 3 minutes, like 16-2 or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a great way to win basketball games, because a lot of games that go down to the wire, and to be able to come through when needed in the clutch, that's a good sign.
Tyler Hero last night, I just thought, listen, they're paying him good money for a reason. It's not like I'm surprised. I just love his whole game, going to the basket, both hands, finishing, and then hits those threes, has 12 in the fourth quarter. I know this has been kind of thing with D-Wade and UD on this team. Like, you guys got to find a way to close these games out late. And, boy, last night with a little Larson in there, a little Jaquez in there, really getting it done. As you said, that 16-2 run after having a 15-point lead, then they're down 4 at 3.5 minutes. But, boy, they closed it out, and they look like a playoff team last night.
Yeah, and Philly had been playing really well. They got Embiid back. They got Paul George back. Maxi's playing. He had been out. Philly has gone through their own.
Yes, they have.
Tough luck this season with injuries, but it's a crazy game, Joe.
Hey,
from one night to the next, you never know. You just never know.
Well, what I liked last night? They didn't shoot threes that well, but they're going to the basket. They're good passes. The just aggressive play in the paint last night. I think they ended up with like 60 points in the paint last night. It was just a great effort that you like to see. I'm just curious, how do you look at this team from night to night when you go to the arena, especially for these home games? I'm always curious on what it's going to look like.
Well, the record will tell you. You're never going to know. The truth of the matter is, we have done very well for the most part against the sub 500 teams,
right?
And we haven't done that well against the plus 500 teams. That's concerning, because you're not playing any bad teams in the playoffs or the play-in game. But look, we got 6 games left, and anything can happen if you look at the standings. It's just it's just crazy. Plus, one of the teams that's ahead of us, Toronto, we got a 2 in Toronto next week.
That's right.
That are going to be huge, but every game is going to be huge because Toronto, Orlando, Philly, Atlanta, Charlotte, and us, we're all within like 2 or 3 games of one another.
Right.
So anything could really happen between now and the end of next week. But the way we play now, with the pace we play at, okay, it's just, if you do the math, it's just, there's going to be more possessions, there's going to be more shots. There's going to be more shots for the other team. Some other teams try and slow us down a little bit. Other teams will play with us in our pace. If you're not going to be good offensively, your defense is going to struggle. That's just the way it is in the game. Because if you're not good offensively, the other team is rebounding and running back at you. You're playing in transition all the time. Historically, transition defense is the weakest part of a team's defense. It's not a great way to go. So if you're not having a good night offensively, and if you're shooting threes and they're not going in,
yep,
and there's a lot of long rebounds, the ball's going the other way. So it's been a bit of a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
But if you go back a couple of years in the play-in game, we almost lost the first play-in game.
That's right.
And we came back and we went all the way to the finals. You just never know when a team is going to click. You show up every night. Every game has its own identity. Every team has its own identity. And you go out to win. And you let the chips fall where they may. Now, having said that, as you know, as being a pro football player, there's so much that's involved in how your team plays, all the little things, okay? And a lot of these little things have been slipping lately, and that's why last night's win was such a great mental health win, more than anything else.
Yeah, no. I can listen, Spo. I feel the frustration knowing that, especially the way he wants to defend, and when you give up the 70 points that we've seen in some of the halves here recently of basketball, I'm guessing the frustration is maxed out. Hey, I got to ask you. I'm always curious. You've seen everybody in the league now. There are going to be a lot of talk, and all the teams with really good players are going to start pumping their guy up for the MVP. And your MVP to this point, the guy that's done the most for his team in this league, who would that be from coast to coast for you? Who do you like?
Well, if you go back to the beginning of the season, at the start of the season, the team that has the best record, who no one thought would be up there because Jason Tatum is out, is Boston.
Yeah.
And look where they are.
Amazing.
And the guy who's been their rock is Jaylen Brown. So I look, SGA is great. Jokic, these guys are just great players. You can find a lot of them, but you expect it from those guys, and they've produced. So yeah, you got to think about them. But to be who Boston is, to me, is sort of amazing. I think it's a tribute to that organization, that coaching staff. But they wouldn't be there without Jaylen Brown right now.
Yeah,
he's been unbelievable.
And the way Tatum's come back and kind of fit in, I was wondering how that was going to work out. I know they lost to Atlanta yesterday, but that's a nice
He
look.
didn't play. Tatum didn't play.
Oh, Tatum didn't play in the game, so he'll be back and he should be ready to play against Boston. But that team, I'm with you. 50 wins so far on the season for them. And they got a chance. They got a chance to come out of the East. What do you like coming out of the East potentially?
Well, I'm really amazed, and I'm a little surprised at how well Detroit is playing without Cade Cunningham.
Me too.
Now, I've seen that happen. I remember the year after we won our first championship, and the first game after the All-Star break, we're in Houston, and Dwayne tore up his shoulder, and we lost him for almost 2 months. But as soon as he went out, and prior to the All-Star break, we had won 7 out of 8. And I remember, because I was coaching, Pat had surgery. So I remember every win I got. There weren't that many.
You're beautiful.
Wait,
you are beautiful.
Wait. But here, this is. I think this is interesting. So before the All-Star break, Dwayne was playing at an incredible level, just like he did in the championship series against Dallas the year before. He was averaging like 30 a game, and we were playing really, really well. And then after the All-Star break, he hurts himself in that game. He goes down, but Shaq had come back. Shaq had been out. Now Shaq came back, and he was getting rolling. We won 9 straight without Dwayne.
Wow.
But then reality set in the playoffs, and he was far from being 100%, and we got swept in the first round by Chicago. So regular season, one thing, playoffs, another thing.
Yeah.
But I am really, really surprised about Detroit and how well. And I think they beat OKC. I didn't stay up. They were ahead of OKC in OKC last night.
Yeah, I didn't even take a look, but I'll tell you what, Ron, it's gonna be a fun to see how this thing finishes up and who shows up as well. You know, Pat Riley's sitting back watching this whole thing and really curious to see how it's all going to play out. By the way, I got to tell you, Larson has been a great, great story, man. The way he's playing quietly, he's good. Like, he had 20 points last night, just solid as a rock. And, man, he's starting to look like he's been around the league for about 7 or 8 years the way he's playing.
He is he's delightful to watch. He really is, because how hard he plays and how fearless he is. And on top of that, he's effective. He's efficient. He's our version. He's the modern day version of Dan Marley, Shane Battier, that kind of guy.
Yeah. Wow.
Maybe even better. I don't know. He's only in his second year.
It's amazing.
And he came out of nowhere, you know, and I remember seeing him in Summer League the year before, and the first thing I thought was, this kid just tries too hard. He's going to hurt himself. I didn't think he was very good. I was told otherwise by some people in the organization, and it's been proven that they're right. I mean, he's a glue guy. He's one of those glue guys.
Yeah.
Every team needs.
Yeah, he looks and he plays like a starter, man. Like when he's in that starting lineup, he looks like he belongs. Like, don't worry about me. My plus minus is going to be good. You guys do your job. I agree. Hey, Ron, it's great having you.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? One more thing. It doesn't matter if he starts or comes off the bench.
No, you're right.
You know, he that's not an issue with this kid yet, anyhow. But you know, that's the way it is. He just wants to win.
Yeah. Hey, Ron, I appreciate always you coming on, buddy. Thank you so much, man. It's great talking to you as always.
You too, Joe.
All right.
Stay well.
You too. Ron Rothstein, FanDuel Sports Network, longtime NBA coach with the Miami Heat as a head coach and an assistant coach. We got to go to a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment. And good morning to everybody out there. Man, hopefully we get a nice day where you go outside. You don't have to worry about any rain coming down.
You're not going to stay inside and play the dating game or matchmaker or whatever it is you consider. So we got some new requests, or I don't know what you'd call these. 47.
Yeah.
47's okay, right?
Yeah. Well,
divorced, business owner.
Okay.
Wants to take Julie out.
I don't need to not tell me how much they make. I just want to know if you can pay for if you could pay for a dinner or for drinks.
Mm-hmm.
So, talking to these girls back here, because a lot of our girls in the morning are single, how many dates they've been on? Either guys wanted to go Dutch on the first date, or they've got like terrible stories about, oh my God, I forgot my wallet. Would you mind picking it up? And I can either pay you later. I literally forgot my wallet on a first date.
Well, that's rough. Forget your wallet thing, but
yeah, but I mean, I'm guessing you didn't forget your wallet.
No, she should just get up and leave. Leave the guy sitting at the table.
One of the girls had this one. This is the wildest one, only because she's waiting out in front of the restaurant for this guy, and he rides up in a bicycle.
Come on,
I'm dead serious. The guy showed up.
Maybe he's in good shape.
Got in a bicycle, got off the bicycle.
You never know,
introduced
man.
himself.
Some people that ride bicycles.
Come on, man. Not to the first date.
I think Don Bailey Jr. rides a bike, doesn't he?
Not to the first date. Well, he's married. It's a bad example.
Yeah, maybe he.
Sorry, DBJ.
You don't think he picks up his wife on the
No,
bike?
I think they're on the bike a lot.
What's that, like double-seater bike?
Oh, those are DBJ's not seeing his wife. They take bikes with them they go to like France and bring.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
They
So
bring
he probably
nice
shows
bikes.
up to a nice dinner.
Who friggin'
on
takes a
his
bike with them to like other countries?
It saves on parking.
I don't. By the way, going up and down the mountains I don't care
You
what
gotta
kind
get
of
to know
shape
the
you're
guy
in.
first, man. If you show up on a bike, it's okay.
That's a weird. Like when
if
I
you
found
show up
out
on a bike, it's okay.
DBJ, we went with another couple, and I go, "What'd you guys do the whole time?" And he goes, "Well, we cycle everywhere." And I go, "Up and down mountains?" He goes, "Yeah." That's what I want to do. I want to go to a really nice place and be gassed before.
I hope the next time you guys go to one of your nice dinners, he pulls in through the valet loop in his bike.
We go nice places. His ass ain't going to be showing up there. He always has me drive anyway. I'm the designated driver for some reason. Hell, he doesn't even drink. Anyway, I
don't know about you being the designated
how many of those
driver,
do we have?
though.
Hey, Woody, before I forget, how many would you say have texted in today?
Have I asked? At least 20.
Oh, really?
Someone asked if she liked guys from Milpitas, California.
She's not interested.
No.
Bo and his buddies, no, they're out.
No.
She may like Milpitas, though. Oh, no. No, it's a nice town. She may like it.
Good job, Joe.
I don't know.
Bo's town is an ugly town, I'm guessing, right?
I'm guessing Bo's town's a little bit like my town. It's really run down, and mine's rough now. My dad, God bless him, 92. He doesn't see it. I go, Dad, you see the guys? I think they're selling drugs in the park across the street. He goes, no, I don't think so. The kids play. They're gonna have practice. They wouldn't do that. I go, Dad.
Did you go over there and tell them to leave? Tell them to knock it off?
I don't get into that.
Omar keeps catching strays all morning. It sounds like something Omar would do. The wallet thing.
The what?
The wallet thing. That forgot the wallet. I think Omar pays. He gets free tickets and he takes them to Heat games.
I don't think you think Omar will pay for the date if he goes out.
Yeah, I would think he will. But I'm telling you, he gets those tickets and he takes his dates to the Heat games.
Yeah, but that's smart. You get
say
free
he's paying
tickets
for them.
Of
He
course.
shouldn't tell her, I got freebies.
No, don't. I agree. I would never, if I was going out on that first date and somebody said, hey, man, here's a gift certificate for food and some free tickets to enjoy yourself. I'm not telling her.
Guy's talking about DBJ. He says that man is saving the environment, Harold, unlike the amount of carbon your head puts out. The bicycle date is from the 40-year-old virgin. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, the guy hit me with Harold. Why you got to hit me with Harold today?
Because he's scolding you.
Oh, I feel like a Harold.
Talking about DBJ and his bike.
Like, who goes on? Seriously, the first time he told me, hey, man, we're going. Where'd he go, to France, or he went someplace really nice?
You love France.
I do, but I went on.
You didn't bike through?
Uber! Hey,
this is going to get back to him. He's not going to be happy with this.
No, I was thinking like, hey, man, wouldn't you like just to go over there and rest and relax? And if you need a little exercise, just walk around areas and, get a hotel that's got a central location where you can walk to some things. And no, they'd like to ride like 400 miles a day, come home and wiped out. I go, man, what a great vacation that would be. Just sucking gas and ready to throw up. All right, man. DBJ, I love you. I love you out there, DBJ. There's no question about it. Hey, well, I'll tell you what. I'll not explain this to Julie, but
you did good for her. You did good. You got a lot of people interested. Now, I don't know how you're going to turn this into a plan of action here, but
she's been single for a while now. This is not something brand new.
All right.
She's not on a rebound. I just want to let you know. I don't want to get into her business because I don't know it. But I do know.
It sounds like you know it pretty well.
No, some of it. Kyle Krabs, host of Locked On Fins and NFL analyst for A to Z Sports, going to talk to us about Jon-Eric Sullivan, who is out at the owners' meetings, and the Miami Dolphins and the upcoming draft. That's all coming up next.
The Joe Rose Show is presented by Loctite Windows, Doors, and Roof.